Good morning, guys. I do apologise that we had no videos over the weekend. This weekend was, Monday was a Labour Day in Colombia. So we had a long weekend, and whenever we have a long weekend, we take advantage of it and we do things with my wife's family. So I've been very busy, haven't had the chance to do any videos whatsoever. However, I did do on Friday a couple of races for a glitch that I'm going to be uploading today, and that one will be coming after this. I'm currently processing that video. It's going to take a huge amount of time because it's quite long. I've had to compress pieces down and speed it up and whatnot so you don't have to sit through it all. But that's coming next. But what I'm doing now, I'm drinking coffee, I'm slowly waking up, and I'm going through my comments. Now, as I say, I was busy over the weekend, so I've not had much chance to have a look through these, but I've just answered a couple of them. Excuse me. I've answered a couple, done a couple of thumbs up, maybe one or two thumbs down. But I thought it'd be a better idea if we had like a comment section. So I'm going to do that. I might make a regular feature out of this. Watch this video. Tell me what you think. Would you like to see more of these? Do you like it? Do you not like it? If you can't be bothered to comment, if you want to see more of these, give it a thumbs up. If you don't want to see more of these, give it a thumbs down, and depending on which way it falls, I'll probably ignore you and probably end up doing more of them anyway. No, I'll decide later. But yeah, there's going to be no game footage in this video. It's just me looking through comments and commenting on comments. That's all it's going to be. So if you just want to sack it off, if you're not interested in this kind of stuff, you don't want to hear me chatting and telling stories, then this one is not for you. But if you enjoy this kind of stuff, let's get right into it. Right, I've already thumbed this one up. What was it? Don't worry about getting banned. I agree. It's not something I worry about at all. I don't think people are going to get banned. So, Benji002, I agree with you. This guy is saying, I think he misunderstood what I was saying. We kind of had a conversation backwards and forwards. I was talking about ways of getting a lot of money. He was saying, why would you want to finish the game in a week? Now, it's not like, right, when you're playing Forza Horizon 4, at the beginning, you don't have good cars, you have to get money to get them, you don't have access to all the races. When I've got every single car in the game, when I've unlocked every race, and when I've bought all the properties, I won't consider the game finished and I won't stop playing. Okay, when you look at games like Formula 1 2018, you already have all the stuff when you very first start, but you just race it because racing's fun. It's like on Forza Horizon, Forza Motorsport, I tend to just keep doing Prague over and over again. I love the Prague race. It's one of my favourite tracks in any game ever. I love it. So since Forza Horizon 5, when the Prague track first appeared, what I do within Forza is I get up to the point as quickly as I can where I can unlock some really nice 1970s Formula 1 cars. I love those. The Alain Prost, the Niki Lauda ones, I love those cars. And the 80s. So 1970s, 1980s, old Formula 1 cars, I love them. They tend to slide a little tiny bit. I like that. I also like the IndyCar. The one that's the X standard and it's just got 10 of everything. But I do find the 1970s ones more fun to drive. So what I tend to do on Forza Motorsport is I unlock those cars and then I just put Prague on 50 or 100 laps. I sit there in front of my TV as close as I can get. I have the surround sound speakers on very loud. I'm sat with my steering wheel and I play that race strictly. I have the rewinds turned off. If I crash, I've got to make up my time. I also never pause. I don't allow myself to pause. I play it like I'm actually racing a real race. Now, it actually takes several hours to do this, and it's kind of, you're blinking and you have to look away from the TV, but I love it. Love it. And it's kind of like, just because, I'm getting a bit sidetracked here, aren't I? Let's get back to the comment. If I have unlocked everything in the game, I don't stop playing. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, I still do this on Forza Motorsport. I did it on Forza Motorsport 6. I'm doing it on Forza Motorsport 7 as well. I just get pleasure out of playing certain parts of the game, and I do them over and over. And I don't stop doing them because I've raced that race, or I've got the best time on that race, or whatever it might be. So for me, there is no finishing of the game. You can always get a faster time. You can always get a higher position than someone else. And someone else will come along and they'll take the top spot and then you have to fight them again. Now, one of the other beautiful things about this game is the drivatars. You set the drivatar to a certain position And once you're always winning easily, you move it up to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. Now, I don't think I'll ever get to a point where I can beat the Drivatars on unbeatable in every race, easily every time. But even then, the game will not be completed. The game won't be finished. I'll then be driving against my own times. So yeah, just unlocking a load of stuff, it doesn't finish the game for me. And that's, I mean, if that's what you do, if you play the game vanilla the way it's intended to be played, you grind to get your money, you unlock all the cars, you unlock all the tracks, and then you say, right, that's this game done, and you chuck it in a drawer and don't play it again. I mean, that to me is a bit of a waste of your money. I play it until it's not fun. When it's not fun anymore, I move on to something else. But unlocking everything doesn't stop the fun for me. The fun just stops when I get interested in another game. This guy went up 100 levels in 2 days on Forza Horizon 3 using the drift tap glitch before it was patched. He never caught a ban, and neither did anyone else. Yeah, you're probably right. Not many people get banned. I've already thumbs that up. This guy actually hopes that everybody gets banned. It's just not right. They can't test everything in a game. No, they can't. This is very valid. It's a really valid point. They cannot test everything in a game before it's released. There's too much to test. People will always find ways of exploiting a game. I agree with you completely. This is true. And this guy is saying that the people that use these glitches have millions more than the people who have played it properly. This is true, but how does that affect you? When you're playing your game, how does it affect you if I have loads of money on my game? I mean, the only way that I can think of is if me and you are both playing against each other on an online race, I've probably got enough money to afford to buy whatever car I want to drive in that race, and you might not have. But that's just nonsense, because the game, it's quite easy to get a lot of money in the game. And if you've got your eyes set on a specific car, it's very easy to get that car just by playing the game properly. I want you to realize here that me cheating doesn't really affect you. If you think cheating is wrong, if you think it ruins the game, then don't do it. But other people enjoy it, and people are different. It's been patched. Yeah, you're correct. Could it maybe have... Right. If you're using 2 accounts, like I am, I'm guessing that's what this means, and one of them can't even join live sessions, then they wouldn't be able to do this. You've got to get to the point where you've got to autumn. You know, I consider that part of the game at the beginning, where it's kind of guiding you. That's like a tutorial. The game doesn't really start until you get to autumn, and then all of a sudden it allows you to do extra things. So yeah, if you're going to be trying to do glitches that require you to be in a convoy, and you're doing that with 2 different profiles, you really need to progress both of those profiles to autumn. I mean, when this glitch worked, okay, one of the people needed to have unlocked this race. The other one didn't. But you still need to be able to play with that person in an online session. So this is correct. It has been patched. But also this is correct. It would not have worked unless you had progressed to that point. You know, uses auto gearbox. You referring to me? Oh, I've replied to this already, look. Apparently I replied to it 1 second ago. So I don't know what's happening there. Ugh. Beautiful coffee. One of the best things about living in Colombia is the coffee is amazing. Right. I said here I should try gears on a controller. If I'm on the steering wheel, I always use gears. But my steering wheel doesn't work properly with Forza Horizon 4. It's the Ferrari, the Spider one, but it doesn't have force feedback. And it works fantastic on Forza Motorsport, all of them. On Forza Horizon 4, it seems to have a dead zone. And it's a big dead zone. It's not good at all. And I cannot change the settings. The settings for your steering wheel setup in Forza Horizon are horrific. If you played cars, the amount of adjustability in the camera, the settings, the controls is amazing. You can make that game your own. In fact, I know someone that supported cars when the game came out. Oh my goodness, I've just reminded myself of something horrible. A very, very good friend of mine, probably my best friend, he supported on the crowdfunding cars. And every so often he got some money from doing that. But this very dear friend recently passed away, which is horrible. And because I'm in a different country, I missed out on the opportunity to go to his funeral, which is very, very sad. But yeah, it's a guy I will miss a lot. But he was one of the crowdfunders for cars. And he had a wonderful setup in his apartment. He had racing seat, which had like it had like a big bass speaker underneath it. And if you went on a rumble strip, the bass speaker thumped the bottom of the seat and made it vibrate. And yeah, amazing setup that he had. And he used to play cars quite a lot. He didn't fund the second one. It was the first one, so I'm going back a few years. But yeah, he's recently passed away. So very, very sad. And unfortunately, I didn't get the opportunity to go to his funeral. And he was only very young as well. It was horrible. Very, very shocking. But yeah, I'm going to miss this guy a lot. So let's have some coffee and move on. This is one about Fallout 4. I've already given this a thumbs up. This is a bloody good idea. Brandon Rodriguez, I'm gonna have a look at this. Have you got a channel? Oh no, you haven't. So that's not clickable. I mean, I'm gonna have a look at this, and if we can do something with it, I'll make a video. I'll obviously give you the credit for this. But what you're saying here seems like it's a bloody good idea. I mean, to be honest, when you're growing stuff, sorry, Forza Horizon people, just bear with me 1 second. When you're growing stuff, it's so easy to just put loads of stuff down there and it gives your settlers something to do that you don't really need to speed up harvesting. But in certain situations, this would be really valuable. And it's quite interesting to see whether or not we could exploit this in other areas, not just growing food. So yeah, really interesting point there. But you've commented on this video, which is very, very old. I renamed this video. This video is actually from 2016. I renamed it because I checked that it still worked, and it does. But you want to have a look at the October one, because that has a lot more interesting information in it. It's a lot more up to date. Back to Forza. Okay, cheating takes the fun out of the game, in my opinion. I thumbs this up because of this, in my opinion. Right? A lot of people just say cheating takes the fun out of the game. I hate you. God, what's going on? People say cheating takes the fun out of the game. I hate you. You need to die. I hope you get banned. Blah blah blah. Whereas Oliver Smith, who is of a more intellectual variety, says cheating takes the fun out of the game. In my opinion, right? Cheating adds more fun to the game. In my opinion, right? That doesn't mean I'm right. You're wrong. It just means that everybody has different opinions. So I admire that you can recognize that. That's pretty awesome. That's been patched. Sorry. Too late. What's the point? The game pretty much gives you... Oh, I've just said this a moment ago. You're right. The game does give you loads of money. It doesn't give you enough money to buy all of the properties, all of the cars, and all of that stuff on day one. Some of the cars are very expensive, but it does give you a lot of money. If you just play the game completely vanilla, you can progress very, very quickly. But, I mean, for me, doing stuff like this, buying a car for 14,000 and... having 300,000 credits in the car, I like that. I get joy out of doing that. It's fun. I enjoy doing it. The likelihood of being banned is very slim. I'm not going to read all the rest of this. I'll just pop the read. I'll do that in case you want to read it. I agree. It's very unlikely that we're going to get banned for doing stuff, but it might happen. Does this still work? Unfortunately, no, it doesn't. Doesn't work for PS4. I've already replied to this. Yes, it definitely 100% does work on PS4. I do have a video that shows the controller view. Check it out. Look at the controller view, and you will then be able to do this more easily. You've just got your timing off. That's all it is. It definitely works on PS4. I guarantee it. Billy Bobby Rossi has to say, don't sell your cars! Why? Why? I have no idea, but you didn't need to shout. Don't sell your cars. You can do this on the... yes, you can. Right, I want to talk about this a little bit. For a long time, I didn't know that I had access to the Formula Drift cars. I was VIP, and you get them for being on VIP, but you have to go on a little bit of a treasure hunt to find them. Right, if you've got VIP, and you don't think you have the drift cars, you need to go... right, I think from memory, it's in the main menu that you get when you just press start, so not your home one. You want to go down and left to the DLC content. In there, you will see the James Bond cars, and you will see the Formula Drift cars. Now, if you hover over the James Bond ones, it will probably give you the option to buy them, if you haven't already, because I haven't. But when you hover over the Drift cars, it says purchased. You then have the ability to click on that, and you can download the actual Formula Drift cars, download, the add-on thing for the game, the DLC, the download content. Once you've done that, then in the game, you can buy the cars, but they're not in the showroom like all the other cars in the game. they're actually still in the DLC content, so you have to go into that section to get them. I didn't realize that. I didn't think I had access to them. I'd left a few comments to people saying they're DLC only. I don't have them, but I do have them. I'm VIP. I do have them. But they've got a 300,000 credit bonus in them. You do have to spend 300,000 on each car, I think. I haven't actually bought any of them because I don't like drifting. So it's like you're getting the car for free, but you can then sell the car on if you want to. So yeah, very valid point. A lot of people have said this. I'll give you a thumbs up. After searching for a while, I still can't figure out if this game is on PC or not. I think it's on Play Anywhere, isn't it? On the Xbox, I'm sure it says as one of the features, it's Play Anywhere. So it should be on Windows 10. But I'd like to talk about this for just a moment. If you have a Mac, there is a piece of software called OneCast. I use it. It's awesome. You install it. You then connect it to your Xbox profile. And as long as it's connected to the same internet connection, either by Wi-Fi or by cable, it means you can have your Xbox on in one room of your house, and whatever's on your Xbox will be streamed to your MacBook. And then you can sit in a different room in your house using your Xbox controller, as long as it reaches. If you've got a huge house, this might not work. But then you can, then you can play on your Xbox on your MacBook. And I do that sometimes. It's awesome. The reason this is useful is if you're sharing your TV with other people, there's other people that live at your property and they want to watch the television and you want to play on the Xbox, it enables you to do that. The way that I use it is, I've got a housekeeper. I think everybody that lives in Colombia has a housekeeper because there's a very strong rich-poor divide. If you've got money, then you're probably going to have a housekeeper that cleans your house. So she comes once a week. On a Friday, the housekeeper comes around and I kind of feel a little bit weird playing on the Xbox when she's here. So I sit in my office, the Xbox is on in the games room, and she's cleaning, the TV switched off. I don't know why I'm telling you quietly. It's like, I know she can't hear me, but she doesn't understand English. So the Xbox is on, and I am streaming the Xbox to my MacBook in my office, and I'm playing on games while she's cleaning my house. I feel really naughty. It feels like I'm playing on a game on my phone at school or something. Not that phones existed when I went to school, but I'm sure some people can relate to that. So yeah, you can do this, but you're not asking about this at all. I'm just getting sidetracked. But I have seen that it says Play Anywhere, so if it's not released on PC yet, it must be coming, but I don't have a PC, so I can't comment. I've just got Macs. This ruins part of the game. What an amazing comment. I don't know which part of the game it ruins, and I don't really agree with you. It doesn't ruin anything. I am a fucking genius. I agree. Thank you. I don't know why. Right, this is amazing because it's on this video here, the one where I'm talking about trashing the barn cars. Some people love this video and they think it's amazing. Some people hate this video and they think I'm a complete idiot and I should kill myself. I honestly think that the negative commenters on this video didn't quite understand it. Either they just didn't get it because they're stupid, or they didn't watch it all properly because I tend to waffle on a lot. So they probably just skimmed through it and didn't give it all their attention. But I get some comments back on this video which are obvious nonsense and the person didn't understand the point of the video. This person obviously watched it and obviously understood exactly what I was going to say and recognized my genius for making these comments. Thank you. Right, let's move on. I am actually a genius. My IQ is in the genius level, but that's completely irrelevant. Here we go. This doesn't work anymore, does it? No, it doesn't. Rather than buy a lot of MGBs, I'm assuming that's an autocorrect error. The MGB, GB, B, MB, A, G, I can't remember what it's called. I'm so bad on cars. It's a waste of time. What's going on here? Rather buy a lot of MGB. Oh, I see. So he's saying such a waste of time with the Lambo. Yeah, that's a quick way of doing stuff. You can't trash them, though, because they're barn finds, so you just end up with a lot of them, which is really unfortunate. You can trash every other car. You do get quite good money doing that. It's a bit of a gamble whether or not the skill perks have been taken, but you can buy them for 14,000 credits, and you get 300,000 credits out of the MGB. You could buy 20, and even if only one of them works, you get profit. But then you have got 20 of them in your garage, which is kind of frustrating. There are two cars. I'll probably mention these a lot going through these comments. the 911 Porsche from 1982 and the Nissan Fairlady from 1969. You buy them both for 150,000 credits. Both of them have the exact same skill perks, and their skill perks give you a credit cashback of 300,000, so they double their money. And because they've doubled their money anyway, you can just trash them. You don't need to sell them. You still get a lot of money, and you get a spin with that as well, and it's not very expensive, so that is worth doing too. I can't really comment on this. I gave it a thumbs up because, you know, you obviously know what you're talking about. And that sounds like a huge increase. Buy them for 50,000, sell them for 20 million. Sounds amazing. If anyone is playing Forza Horizon 3 anymore, then do this. Sounds like a good idea. Check out this guy's channel, see if he's got one. He might have some more good ideas. Right. This guy missed the opportunity to exploit the glitches on Forza Horizon 3, and he also missed the opportunity to exploit the glitches on Forza Horizon 4. And then his next comment here as well, saying it doesn't work, it's been patched. I'm putting up a video later on today. It's editing, well, it's not editing, it's kind of processing at the moment, which shows you a way that you can guarantee to win a race. So you put all of the driver tires on unbeatable, you win, you get a lot of money. So maybe you can take advantage of that one. But yeah, play the auction house. If I find any more glitches, I'll put them up as quick as I can for you. Yeah, it doesn't work anymore. Get a thumbs up on that. Doesn't work anymore. You tried it yesterday, and that was 17 hours ago. So that would have been Monday in my time. And actually, it wouldn't. It would have been Sunday. So yeah, it doesn't work anymore because it's been patched. But we are looking for more things that you can exploit. Sorry that you watched that video and you didn't see the other one. I mean, look at this here. You watched this video. Post-update, Goliath glitch, this still works, blah, blah, blah. I then updated this one, which was rest in peace, Goliath glitch. But the free wheel spin thing does still work if you want that one. Right, what's this? This looks like it might be interesting. I'm pretty sure I found the best car in the game from rocking wheel spins. It's the 2015 Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat. I hate that car. But you can buy it for 80,000 credits. I don't know if that's showroom price. It might be because it's a shitty car. But you spend 9 skill points and get 2 wheel spins. So that is, he's not even talking about selling it, he's talking about just trashing it. So this is 4.5 skill points per wheel spin. Now to get 4.5 skill points takes about 1 minute. So this is getting you 1 wheel spin per minute and some credits, right? Really valid point this. I've been looking for cars that do exactly what you're talking about here. I've mentally noted a couple of them. Cars that give you incredibly cheap wheel spins and you can buy them for almost nothing. Right, skill points, easily get 4.5 skill points in a minute. So we're looking here at 1 wheel spin per minute if you want to do this. Wheel spins can give you some bloody awesome rewards. Definitely worth doing. Right, check out this guy's channel, see what else he has to say. He obviously knows what he's talking about, and I completely agree with you. There are quite a few cars that do this. Also, you'll notice that a lot of cars have exactly the same skill perk. There's a limited number of skill perks, there's a lot of cars. So you get a lot of repeats. So if you can find a car that's cheaper than this one, he's saying the 215 Dodge Charger SLT Hellcat. If you can find a car that's cheaper than that and gives you what he's talking about here, 9 skill points for 2 spins and 40,000 cash back, I mean, that's pretty bloody good. So check that out. Certainly worth doing. This video is boring. I'm sure this is cheating. How the fuck is he allowed to do this? Nobody should buy off him. What a rip-off, you shithead. Oh, I've thumbs you down already because, Ian, you are a twat. Right, the video is boring, fair enough, you find, right, it's this video, right? Ian, you didn't get the point of the video, right? Watch it again. You have missed the point completely. Oh my God, some people are so stupid, right? I know the video is long. You've said yourself you found the video boring, so you probably didn't give it all your attention, you didn't watch it properly. What I am saying here, if you paid attention and realized what I'm saying, you probably would have given this a good comment and a thumbs up instead of a bad comment, and I don't know if you thumbs it down or not, I don't care. But let me just recap the point of this video. What I'm saying here is, these are cars that give you a lot of money. One of them was the Triumph, one of them was the MGB. The Triumph gives you 200,000 credits, you can buy it for about 20,000. The MGB gives you 300,000 credits, you can buy it for 14,000. So these are great cars to buy. But what I'm saying is, once you've bought them and you've had those credits, you don't want to resell them for a couple of reasons. The first one, if you resell the car, they're very cheap cars. You're only going to sell it for around 20,000 tops, and you are limited on how many cars you can sell per day. So you're better off selling other cars that are going to sell for more money. So that was point one that you didn't understand. Point two was, if you sell the car, the person buying it is probably only buying it to try and unlock the credits that you've already taken. So they're going to be disappointed. So I'm saying don't sell the car for two reasons. Number one, you don't make much money. Three reasons. Number two is using up one of your 10 permitted auctions per day, so you're better off selling something else and making more money. And number three, the person that buys the car is going to be a little bit annoyed, a little bit miffed, because the car's worthless to them and now it's clogging up their garage. So if you'd have realised those points, you would have agreed with me, but you didn't see that that's what I was trying to say. I'm sorry if I didn't explain myself very well, or I made the video so long that you couldn't pay attention to it. But I'm pretty sure, based on your comment of saying nobody should buy off him, it's a rip-off, he's a shithead, obviously this comment means that you were thinking that I was talking about selling these cars and ripping people off, taking the credits and putting them on auction. That's exactly the opposite of what I was talking about. You should have paid the video more attention. I'm thumbing down your comment simply because you've given me an unnecessary negative there. The negative is, your comment should say, this video is boring, I could not be asked to watch it all, therefore I didn't understand it, and I think that this guy is a shithead. But I'm really, I mean, it's my fault. It's my fault for making a video that was long and boring, therefore you misunderstood the video. But you are so wrong, it's untrue. Go away. Okay, guys, you need to calm down. Let me tell you a secret. It's not real money. Yeah, I've already thumbs that up, and I like the way that your surname is Rico, which in Spanish means rich. Johnny Rich. Bro, your audio is fucking horrible. Well, horrific. It sounds like you're in a tunnel underwater. Yeah, I know it is. But I'm hoping that my new microphone... Right, guys. I just broke my mic stand. Right, I tried to lean in for some... Let me just get this sorted. Go on. Ah, shit. Right, my pop filters fell off. The mic's broken. Oh, go on. You can do this. You can do this, Mike. The microphone's too heavy. Oh, I'm going to have to hold it. This is going to... I do apologise for all the noise that I'm probably making. Right. This microphone is... new. Well, it's not new. This is a microphone that I've had for a lot of years. It's a Samsung CU01. It's a USB microphone. I wasn't using it before because I was using my only USB port on my MacBook to record the video, and then I had to use the oh god, I've got to stand this up properly. It's just so broken. Okay, I now need to buy a new mic stand. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Come on. Come on. You can do this. The microphone is so heavy. So yeah, I just touched the microphone and it broke. So what I was doing before, I'm recording in a very large room. One wall of this room is all glass. It's just all windows. The rest of the room, there are no soft furnishings. There's a couple of leather chairs. The floor is wood. The walls don't have wallpaper. It's just paint. The room is... The acoustics in here are like a shower. It's terrible. So I'm kind of hoping with the microphone I have at the moment, it sounds a lot better because the microphone is good quality. It's a very quiet microphone. I almost have to have my lips on the pop filter. And then when I'm post-editing, I have to increase the gain on this by 400%. So it's not ideal. I do need to get a better system. And I also now need a new mic stand. Or I've got to fix it. It's kind of working at the moment, but it's not ideal. So yeah, I was recording through the built-in mic on my MacBook. That will not happen anymore. I do apologize. Oh, thank you, Cahunt. Great video. C. Hunt, who I'm sure has been bullied far too much with a name like that, so I'm not going to mention how close that is to the word cunt at all, says that it was a great video, so thank you very much. Which one is it? Oh, it's not a great video anymore because it's been patched. But I mean, I was lucky to get that video out in time. We had one patch. I tested the Goliath glitch and it was still fine. I was excited and I uploaded a video to let people know that yeah, we've had a patch, but they didn't get us. We will fight on. And then I think it was the next day they did another patch, and that one was a slap in the face with a wet fish. Moving on. You are the reason that the auction house was missing for 2 years. No, I'm not. I'm really not. And this video certainly isn't. Unless this video somehow broke the space-time continuum, I am most certainly not the reason that the auction house was missing for 2 years. Not worth it. See, you can sell this car. I call this a P400 simply because I can't say Miura. I have no idea. Is that right or not? Let me know in the comments. Miura. I don't know. This Lamborghini here. Sell it for 100 and 200,000. The Reventon for 800, 900. It is worth it just to get the Reventon because it's beautiful. The Forza edition, I mean, I've got the normal edition a couple of times, but I've also got the Forza edition, and it's a beautiful car. This is the one with the wings. Beautiful, beautiful car. Inside and out. Lovely to drive. It's got those 2 fans on the back. Looks incredible. It is beautiful. If you've not done this and you're considering, oh, I shouldn't do it because you can't sell this car for much money anymore because everyone else is doing it, just get one. I mean, people are selling this car now for not much money. So get on the auction house and buy a Reventon for cheap because they are beautiful. I'm not worried about getting banned. Neither am I. You and me both, buddy. Who is it? Sean Davis. I know a Sean Davis. I wonder if it's you. You don't have a little picture. So, yeah, I'm not worried about it either. Sean, do you know me? Are you the Sean Davis that I went to school with? If you are, say hello. Just one problem. How do you try? You can't. So, you can't remove them from your garage. No, yeah, you're right. I know. When I made the video, I didn't realise that. I thought, I mean, people commented saying you can't trash favourites. So I thought that was the situation. They were favorited. That's why I couldn't find the problem. Sorry, that's why I was having a problem, couldn't find the solution. No, you can't trash barn finds. It's so frustrating. Right, sketchy one. I thumbed this up already, but I can't remember what he said. I hate cheating. It really pisses me off, but who am I to say not to cheat? If there's a glitch to be taken advantage of, it will always happen in the game. I can't say that I haven't been taking advantage of glitches on other games in the past. I like this. The reason that Sketchy One got a thumbs up is because, I mean, he doesn't like cheating, but he doesn't judge people that do cheat. Some people do like cheating. So, nice guy. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you very much. This guy's talking about the Porsche 911 from 1982. I've talked about this car so much. 19 skill points, and you get 300,000 credits out of a car that costs 150. Right. Let me just have some coffee, because I'm pretty sure it's going cold. Yeah, that's kind of on the limits. Cappuccino, I could drink it and it's going to last for hours. But actual coffee, just black, as soon as it starts to go cold, it's not good. I should have made myself a cappuccino. Then I could drink it leisurely whilst making a long video. The car that this guy's talking about, it has exactly the same skill perk set as the Nissan Fairlady 1969. So buy either one. They both cost 150,000 credits. They also have inside them one cheap wheel spin, but they've got one expensive wheel spin that's not worth it. So 19 points, you can get 300,000 credits, so you double your money, and you get a wheel spin. So yeah, you're completely right there, Britain, Stanaland. Let's moving on. Or you could just have fun and play the game. You know, some people think that doing this is fun. Okay, we all like different things. Some people enjoy doing that. I mean, you know, there's like football games, and then there's football manager games. To me, the concept of a game that's just about managing a game is insane. I don't find that fun at all, but I do absolutely understand and I appreciate that other people love that side of the game. So just realize that other people think differently to you. Some people like doing this. Good system, if you're into that sort of thing. Another person here, I mean, I'm guessing this guy's quite intelligent. I've already thumbs up this comment. He isn't, he, she, I don't know, into, oh, probably she, Sharon Needles of Freedom's Not Free. A little bit political. So check that out. Go and check out freedomsnotfree.com. See what they have to say. See what the agenda is. Go and see what Sharon Needles is trying to change in the world and give her support. Is Sharon a boy's name as well in some places? I know there's and it's not where I come from, it's just a girl's name, but I know there's a lot of names that apply to guys and girls in different parts of the world, so I don't know. I don't know why. I had the feeling that this was a guy, but now I don't know why it's important, but now I'm thinking it might not be. But whether he or she has a very good point, obviously a little bit more intellectual than some of the other commenters that I'm not going to mention, because they're saying if it's your sort of thing. For some people it is their sort of thing. What do we have here? This, I think you mean boring guy, not bored guy, but I'm not going to pick you up on that. My wife often gets ED and ING words confused in English because she is, her native language is Spanish, she's Latina. And equally, in Spanish, I get endo and ado words mixed up, which is the equivalent of our ed and ing. So, I mean, or maybe it's just a typo, who knows. But I think you think I'm boring. Don't watch my videos then. Just go somewhere else. I mean, it's not like I am putting up glitches that you can do that you probably couldn't find anywhere else. I'm guessing that all the stuff that I'm finding and putting online is also somewhere else. My videos are not exclusive. It's not I'm not copying other people, but I'm putting up stuff that is easy to find. Like, hey, buy this car for 150,000 credits, get 300,000 credits inside it. I'm sure I'm not the only person talking about this. So, you know, go and unsubscribe from me, Harrison, and unsubscribe to someone else because I bore you. Right, I thumbs this up. He's going to be talking about it's not really cheating, etc. I agree with you. Technically, it's not really a glitch. You need creds for early quitters anyway. Yeah, actually, this is a really good point, right? How many times have you been on a game and you're waiting in kind of like the forum area, and then it's slowly the teams fill up, and then the game starts, and then a load of people leave, and then you go back to the waiting room, and you've got to do it all again. It's a pain in the arse. It's very annoying. This little glitch, this error in their programming, which means that we get a tremendous bonus whenever people leave. It's kind of like karma for all of that time where leavers really pissed us off. So, you know, how many times has someone left a game that you've been waiting to play, and then you've got to wait over and over again? So it's karma. So, if they want to cheat, let them. If you let's dig into this a little bit deeper. Why should anyone else care about cheaters? It doesn't really affect anyone. If they want to cheat, let them. If you don't want to cheat, there's no need to moan about it. Just enjoy the game, however you please. Hey, I like your comment. I like your little avatar thing as well. So Winks Miller, definitely a thumbs up to you. I'll give you 2 if I could, because you're saying some really, really valid things there, and you're also recognizing that some people think one way, some people think of another. Just let them be. Doesn't affect you, and it really doesn't. Some people get so uptight and angry about cheaters, but it doesn't affect you. Just realize that. What I do doesn't affect other people's game. In fact, what I do probably makes it more likely that these things that can be exploited in the game are going to be patched. So if you hate cheaters, I'm not saying that about you, Winks Miller, but if you're one of those people that hate cheaters and get very angry about it, us talking about these things on YouTube increases the possibility of them getting patched, I assume. I have no idea if Turn 10 Studios watches my videos. If they do, hi guys. I have 2 accounts. If you're going to ban one, you really want to check out the other one too. You know my YouTube Game Hacks one that you've probably noticed is doing a lot of naughty things? Well, it's the same person that has Kadumi74. So if you're going to ban one, you best take a look at the other one too. They're both me. But there we go. And also, Turn 10, there's a few things wrong with your game. You want to focus on fixing those. Cheers. But yeah, I like this guy. Very valid points. And obviously intellectual enough. I can't say intelligent enough. That would be more accurate. To recognise that not everyone is the same. I don't know. I'm trying to find out. I find Forza Horizon 4 sound kits. A lot of people have said this. I've had this over and over again. The engine sound has got problems. I've not experienced that, but I know a lot of people have. Hoping they ban anyone that uses this. Why? What difference does it make to you? Oh, God, how ridiculous. Does this only work on the Goliath race? It doesn't work on the Goliath race anymore, as far as I'm aware, but I am still looking for possibilities to make it work. There was a comment that I've replied to. I haven't come across it yet, but it was a guy that was saying, this still works for me. And when he posted his comment, it shouldn't have worked, so maybe there is a way of making it work. But I don't know if it works on other races. I am trying to find out. I will let you know. Ow! This guy was about to write his comment, then he stubbed his toe. Ow! I just bought the MG, and it's had all of its perks. Right, this happens. Look at the draw. It's just one of those things. I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you buy 30 of these and only one of them pays off, you're going to be in profit. I've bought loads of them that are, the perks have gone. It's just one of those things. That's the way the auction works. Right, you can't get rid of the cars because you favorited them. That's correct for normal cars. Ugh, that's so cold. I need to go and refresh my coffee. This is correct for normal cars, but it's not correct for barn finds. You can't get rid of them. Right, this is... Right, I'll just leave that there so you can read that essay while I just pop down to my coffee machine and refresh my coffee. I will be about 30 seconds. Okay, so fresh coffee. And I had a croissant on the side in the kitchen that I'd completely forgotten about. So I have croissant and coffee. So what's this guy saying then? Right. This guy's talking about something on his channel that shows you how to do something that's going to give you some kind of benefit in the game. Right, so check him out. This is a comment on this video. Get a skill perk, sell it for... This is the one... Is it the MC12? I can't remember. I think it is. It might not be. Could be something else. Anyway, no, it's the Reventon. This is the one that talks about the Reventon. Check out this video, find this guy's comment, click on his name, check out his channel. If he's got something to say that's going to benefit my subscribers in any way, I want you to go and see what that is. So go and have a look at his video, see what he's got. He could have some really interesting, useful stuff on there. Subscribe to him. Check him out. Yes, I do have another exploit. I will be uploading it today. It isn't as profitable as this one. I think I've mentioned it already, haven't I? This is an exploit where you can do a 50-lap race on unbeatable driver tires and you are guaranteed to win, which gives you stacks of credits. But it's not like this one. You can't just exit out and get lots and lots of free money. But I'm still looking for more. Okay, just letting us know. Right. Let's have a look. Oh, I saw this one. I don't know why it says 1 second ago. It wasn't 1 second ago at all. Check this out. I hope you get banned. And every idiot exploiting this game gets banned too. Obviously, you're doing this because you can't play legit, even though the game isn't even that difficult to play. A cat could play this game. Right, up until there... I didn't like you, Lee Goodman. In fact, I was going to pick your grammar apart, like your lack of capital letters, the way you missed off an O from the word to, even though you put a space in where it should go, which you don't do. You never put a space before a comma, okay? I've seen a lot of people do that. It's wrong. Commas touch the word. So T-O-O, comma, space. That's how that works. This here should be you apostrophe R-E. This is possessive, your. It means it belongs to me. Like this is your cat, for instance, that can play on your Xbox. But this needs to be apostrophe R-E. So yeah, I was going to do that, but I'm not going to do that. And the reason I was going to do it is because you used the word idiot. So you're calling us idiots, and then you wrote a load of drivel that had no grammatical structure whatsoever. But then you said something fucking awesome, and I love you for this. You said a cat could play this game. Right, please, 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 if you have a cat, I want you to video your cat playing this game. I haven't got a cat here, but I've had lots and lots of cats. I'm a big cat person. My cat can play games on the iPad, but that's about it, right? He could draw, and he could play... there was quite a few fish games that he was very, very good at, but he couldn't play Forza for shit. He was rubbish at the Xbox, right? I tried my hardest to get my cat to play the Xbox, but the closest I could get was the cat would sit on a unit in front of the TV and paw at the screen. That was it. He could paw at the screen, but he couldn't use the controller. And my TV is not a touch screen, so it was useless. The iPad, he was fine, but the controller completely went over his head. So if your cat can do this, please upload a video and tell me. This is a good croissant. This is a good coffee. Now this car, what? Now this car, the fucking crowded from the auction. Everyone don't want to buy. Everyone gets this car by themselves. This time is a good time for me. Now I'm got to find new car to be best sell. I'm guessing that English is your second language. If it is, that's fine. This is probably better than my Spanish, to be honest. Some of the stuff that I say to people in Spanish is probably absolutely nonsensical. But what you're saying here, what I think you're saying, you're completely correct. The car, it doesn't sell for this much money anymore simply because too many people are doing it, which is partly my fault. But hey, I mean, there's two ways we can go here. I can find something like this and I can exploit the hell out of it for my own personal gain and tell nobody. Okay, I could do that. Or I can find something like this, tell everybody immediately, and then we all benefit from it from a while, and then it doesn't work anymore. I prefer the second option. I mean, when I find these things, I do them just to test them, then I tell you guys. I don't do them myself for a week, then tell you guys. I tell you straight away. So I'm more about sharing. I'm cool. I thumbs it up already. Thank you. I've thumbs up a lot of these ones, though. I've not commented on them, though. What I enjoy to do is spend about 10 minutes getting cheap Forza Edition cars and then sell them. I've made over $1 million per day. You know what I like about this comment? From Brandon. Right, Brandon. First of all, you said, what I enjoy to do. So this is something that this person, he knows that other people might not like this. But a lot of people just abuse you for doing something that they wouldn't enjoy or they think is wrong. But we all like different things. So that's what this guy likes doing. And he's saying he likes doing it. So all you guys that are saying, oh, you might as well just drive. You know, what you're doing is boring on the auction house, or you're ruining the game, or etc., etc. This guy likes finding Forza Edition cars. He likes spending about 20 minutes doing that, and it makes him a lot of money. He enjoys it. To him, it's part of the game. So yeah, thumbs up. Thanks, mate. You're welcome. I don't know what for. For the video? Anyway, you're welcome, James. Here we go. I've thumbs up a lot of these, didn't I? Who else thought... Oh, yeah, I remember this comment. Who else thought, when I get the game, this is my business when I get in? Right, I mean, it took me a while to understand what the hell you meant by this comment. First of all, there was no commas or anything, so I just read it in one sentence. Who else thought, when I get the game, this is my business when I get in? And I was thinking, are you talking about when you get home from work, playing the game is your business, and how you make money? I was like, what's going on? But what I've realised this guy is trying to say is, don't tell me how to play my game. It's my game, it's my business. That's what he's trying to say. And I agree, because I didn't realise what he was trying to say until I saw which video he was talking about. And it's this one. And I mean, I titled this video, You Need to Trash These Barn Cars. And I think that, I mean, that's not a nice, it's not a nice title. I mean, it kind of sounds like I'm saying, oi, this is the way you need to play this game. You see these cars? You need to trash them. Play it the way I'm telling you to play it. I didn't mean it like that. I mean, that title there, it's a bit clickbaity, and that gets a lot of views. But I was kind of trying to draw attention and in a way, a little bit like a sensationalized tabloid news headline thing. As in, I thought, if I put, you need to trash these barn cars, people are going to be like, what? Hey, why do I need to trash them? What's he talking about? And that might draw your attention to it. Then you watch the video and you go, you've got a point. Whereas what actually happened is it offended some people, which I'm guessing you were slightly offended by saying, hey, I play the game I like, which is why I gave you a thumbs up, because I am a little in the wrong with that title there. But I think a lot of other people immediately got offended by that title. They started watching the video, they didn't understand the video, and then gave me a lot of abuse. Here we go. You have to unfavourite a car to remove it. You are correct, as I've said, but it doesn't work on barn cars, only on the rest of them. I don't understand this at all. I've read it a few times. If you like loading, I'd rather enjoy the game. Just get the Forza app, log into it every day and get 250,000 gift. Play the game. What? I have no idea what you're talking about. But it sounds like you've got something that's a good idea. I'm assuming there's an app that you can download on your phone. Excuse me. Right, I'm assuming, but I don't know. I'm so sorry for talking while I'm eating. Thankfully, you can't see me. But my microphone is protected by a pop filter. But this croissant is delicious. Right. I don't know. I haven't looked into this. But I'm guessing that there is an app that you can download. And if you use it, it gives you 250,000 gift in the game. That seems quite generous. And he's saying that you can do this every day. So yeah, I don't know whether Chevy Camaro, I think. If you want to expand on this, then please do so. And then if people like whatever it is you're talking about, they can copy it and do it, because you might have something really valid there. This guy has got a channel. You might want to check it out. He's obviously trying to share a tip, so he might have more information there worthwhile as well. Why did I thumbs this up? I always keep my barn finds, even if they suck to drive. Oh, I know why I thumbs it up. First of all, I thumbs it up for 2 reasons. Number one, I like your logo. I like the little sunglasses on the Koenigsegg logo. I like that. It pleases me a lot, and it makes this up the top here look like a little hairstyle. I just like it. Secondly, I agree with you completely. I do not trash all my cars. I keep one of every car because I want to have a complete garage. And thirdly, may I say, I do apologise for calling the Koenigsegg 1-to-1 a Koenigsegg 1 in my other video. Someone told me that it's a 1-to-1. They explained why it's a 1-to-1 to do with power to weight ratios or something. I can't remember, but they explained it, which I really, really appreciated, because now I know it's the Koenigsegg 1-to-1 and I'm not making that mistake anymore, and I don't look like a complete idiot. So yeah, I mean, obviously you're a Koenigsegg fanboy based on your name, so I'm sure that you're happy that I'm now calling the Koenigsegg 1-to-1 by its correct name. You can't do this anymore. It's been patched. Right, there are too many players that have bought and played Forza. I know, it's insane, isn't it? It's like, how many people have bought the Platinum and the Gold editions that were not free? It's like there are tens of thousands of reviews on those versions of the game on the Xbox, and you have to buy that to review it. So this game is making a shitload of money. They need to spend some of that money on improving the servers. Oh, what he's talking about? He doesn't think that Microsoft's going to be tracking all your stuff. There might be. You can. I know I left a comment before talking about they're not going to be tracking how many seconds it took you to do what race and all that stuff. And then someone said he was I can't remember what he said. He was either like a game engineer. I don't think it was a game engineer, but he did something to do with databases. And he said, I assure you they are tracking that stuff and a lot more. Now, it was a little bit stupid that I said that, to be honest. I run a few online businesses, and I have databases that track stuff you would not believe. I never bother crunching the data and looking at it, but it's all stored in a database. I could crunch the data if I wanted to, and so could Turn 10 Studios. But I've got to be honest with you, I think they've got better things to do. If I get banned, I'll let you know. Actually, I won't get banned because, as you can see here, there is absolutely 0% chance that you will get banned. For doing what? Oh, it was the Goliath glitch. Yeah, I can't see how they can ban people for doing the Goliath glitch, because you can do it by accident. But, I mean, I did it by accident a lot of times. One directly after the another, using both of my accounts. Obviously, I'm cheating. But they could ban you if they wanted to. I looked into the... on the Xbox, it talks about what you can and can't get banned for, and it talks about fair use policies and all that kind of stuff. It says you can get banned if you crash into people a lot. Right? I'm a shit driver. I crash into people all the time. I can get banned for being a shit driver. Right? I've got this friend, John, and he plays the Formula 1 games. Doesn't really play anything else, but I often play the Formula 1 games with him whenever I'm in England. He's PlayStation, I'm Xbox, so we don't play together online. But when I go and see him, we play Formula 1 together at his apartment. And if he makes a mistake, it's like bang into the menu, restart. It's like every lap has to be perfect. He is a stickler for the rules. And I get an incredible amount of pleasure out of pushing his car off the road at every opportunity I can. Now, because it's my friend John, we both sat there in the same room together, I find it so funny and he gets really frustrated. But if you're playing online against a bunch of strangers and you're going to push their car off the track on purpose, then that's a bit out of order. It just ruins the game for people. But the Xbox have a feature for this. It's like you can select that you don't want to be matched up with that person again. So after a while, you know, a lot of people are not going to want to play with you. But I did read on the website that that's one of the things that you can actually get banned for, is crashing into people. But yeah, I'm not a very good driver, so I crash into people a lot. Usually, the only reason that I make it round a corner is because someone else is stopping my car from going off the road. So yeah, I use cars as guide rails, but I'm getting better. I am practicing and I'm getting better. All right, this video is broken this. There's now like 1 million MGs on the auction house. I know. I knew it was going to happen when I made the video. I'd rather share it so that everybody can do it. We can take advantage of it. Oh, I gave someone a thumbs down. That's unusual. Why did I do that? Right. Okay. Kyle. The reason you got a thumbs down is because you said idiots. If you'd have said, I hope they ban all of you cheaters, I wouldn't have given you a thumbs down. But you can't judge people and say that they're idiots because they're choosing to play the game a different way to the way you are. So that's why you got a thumbs down. Anyway, moving on. We can't do that. It's gone. I'm staying away from the auction house. Too many shady deals going on. What? That's not. Get in the auction house. Buy cars if they're cheap. I mean, what you do on the auction house, that's not affected by what anyone else is doing. There's not shady deals going on. You don't have to. You're not going to get in trouble. Just use the auction house. That's what it's for. Play the game how it was supposed to be played. I hope you get your stuff reset. Steve Smith. I find it so weird how it's like. I know I've said this over and over again, but some people play the game vanilla. They play it the way it's meant to be played. Other people use hacks and mods. They exploit glitches and all that kind of stuff. And to them, that is fun. And that doesn't affect anyone else, so just let them be. But some people play the game vanilla and get very, very angry at people that are cheating, okay? Even though it doesn't affect them in any way whatsoever. So it's like, just, yeah, you play the game the way you want. I'll play the game the way I want. Now, on most games that I play, for example, Fallout, I play quite a lot. I have a lot of playthroughs on Fallout. Some of them are vanilla, some of them add mods, some of them I have cheated and uses the duplication glitch, all different things. Now, you can't do that on Forza. You haven't got several different saves and playthroughs. So to get around this problem, I have two profiles. One of them, I cheat a lot, and I enjoy cheating. I'm getting my money's worth from the game and some more. I'm playing it the way it's meant to be played, and I'm also cheating, and both of those give me pleasure. I also have a profile where I don't cheat. Now, that's not strictly true in this case, because when someone was showing me the Goliath glitch, I was logged in on my Katumi74 account, and then I got a huge amount of benefit from it. And I was thinking, I wished I'd have done this with my GameHacks account. So I unintentionally cheated in that situation. But hey, you could have done that too, Steve Smith. You might have been playing the Goliath race, and the other person then exited out of the game, and you got a huge benefit from it. If that happened, would you be hoping your stuff was reset? I mean, some people enjoy one thing, some people enjoy the other. I feel really bad for eating and talking. You probably spend more time in the auction house than actually driving. No, I don't. I spend a stupid number of hours driving. And one of the things that I really like to do is, not so much on Forza Horizon, but on Forza Motorsport. On Forza Motorsport, did I say this already? I'm not sure. I play on the Prague track a lot because I absolutely love it. It's a beautiful circuit to drive, but also it looks incredible. It's got some amazing corners in it. And also when you're going over that cobblestone bridge and then you've got it's just beautiful. The scenery is beautiful. I love it. And what I often do is I put that track on 50 laps or 100 laps, and I have my rewind switched off. If I crash, I've got to make up my time. And I also don't allow myself to press the start button. So I am sitting there for hours, and after a while I can't even see the screen. I'm having to blink my eyes, but I love doing that. I love it. And I especially love it. If I've said this already, I do apologise. I'm just repeating myself. I'm not sure if I did or not. But one of the other things I really love is using the old Formula, the 1970s and the 1980s Formula One cars. They've got the Niki Lauda car, the Alain Prost car. And I also, as well as those, they are so nice to drive. They've got they're fast. They look amazing. It's like an old Scale X trick set. But also they've got a tiny little bit of, they do slide a tiny bit. And I like that. I like the way that you can lose them. But I also like the IndyCar, the one that just has 10 specs on everything. I mean, that sticks to the road like glue. It's insane. You can just pretty much drive everywhere in that full speed. So I like both of those ways of driving. I think I enjoy the 1970s the most. But, I love doing that part of the game. I also play auction houses and stuff like that as well. But it's worth bearing in mind that you have games, like football manager games and things like that, where that's all it is. It's all about the managing side of stuff. It's not about the playing the game at all. So, I thumbs you up when I said this. I don't. I spend a lot more time driving than I do in the auction house. But when I make videos, I mean, the thing with the auction house is there are a lot of ways that you can exploit the auction house to make money, and I make videos about exploits. If there's an exploit about driving, I'll make a video about it, and I have one that I'm going to be uploading today where I'm actually doing 100 laps. But don't worry, I've speeded it up so you don't have to watch me driving 100 laps. But that video is coming later today. Does it still work? No. It's not cheating if people log off from races. Well, that's true, but it is cheating when the person that's logged off is your other Xbox account, and then you log back in and do it again and again and again. So, I mean, that glitch could happen by accident, but it more often happens because people know what they're doing. It doesn't work for me, for fuck's sake. What am I doing wrong? It's been patched. I mean, you put that comment up yesterday. It's been patched. I can't see the point in cheating. Yeah, but we can. So that's why we do it. You might not be able to see the point. We can see the point. We enjoy it. We get pleasure from it. It's good. We also like playing the game that you know, the same way that you play it. I'm not going to say this again. I've said it too many times. Right. What's this? This was posted 1 day ago. It's now Tuesday. So this was posted on Monday. I usually don't comment, but it still works today for Xbox. Oh no. No, I read this wrong. I read it wrong. I do apologise. All this is irrelevant. So, reply. Ah, what a shame. Well, not now, but maybe now when you're reading this comment. Well, no, it's not enter, is it? You have to click this. I usually don't comment, but does it still work today for Xbox? And if so, thank you for your video. I do apologise, Brandon. If you'd read this that I replied, I read your comment as it still works for Xbox today. And I was thinking, what? It's working for you today? And that was Monday. So I then said it's been patched, but if it's working for you, then let me know your settings and we'll try and find a loophole. So I do apologise. Absolute nonsense here. I'm not going to delete it. I'm just going to say that I was talking nonsense. I have the Maserati Gran Cabrio. Good choice. What was the video? I don't know. I haven't looked at that. I've probably got it. Not looked at it. I don't know what the Gran Cabrio is. And I'm a big fan of Maseratis. The Gran Turismo, mostly. Well, in the game, everything. But in real life, Maseratis are bloody expensive. So I have to kind of, limit my obsessions. Whenever you have a car that you want to get rid of and it's a good car, tell me because I don't have lots of cars. I gave you a view, so you can help me out. Right. Oh, you can't. If I could... let me just finish this croissant and wash it down with some coffee. If I could give you my cars, I would. But you can't do that. Can you? I don't think you can. I'm constantly deleting cars from my garage. If I could gift them to another person, then I would most certainly do so. But as far as I'm aware, that isn't a possibility in the game. Patched? Yes, that's correct. It has been patched. Fixed yet? Yes. Are you saying fixed as in patched? Didn't have they fixed it? Yes, they have. So we can't do that anymore. You are glitching currency. This type of glitch hurts the game economy. You deserve a ban. Actually, that's completely nonsense. We're glitching in-game currency, which is not real, and it doesn't affect anything whatsoever. It's not like, I mean, if we were glitching real currency where you had to actually spend, let's say if I had a glitch that unlocked the James Bond cars without you having to pay for them, then this comment here would be completely valid, but it's not. Then Turn 10 Studios would probably be annoyed about it, and they would do something about it, and I would most certainly be banned. I mean, and they would be in their rights to say to me, you owe us all this money from these people that followed your video and they got all this stuff for free. We've missed out. We are suing you. And they would be perfectly in their rights to do so. But this is in-game currency. It means absolutely nothing. Am I the only one that didn't notice that some of the car perks were straight money rewards? No, me too. I didn't notice for ages. And then, what car was it, the first one I noticed on? It was a Lamborghini. I can't remember which one it was, though, but I did make a video on it. But yeah, I found a Lamborghini and it had 200,000 credits inside, and I'd bought it for 310. I was like, what? What's this? Free money in a car? I couldn't believe it when I saw it. So I immediately made a video saying I found the best way to make money on Forza. I think it was my first Forza video. So I thought I'd stumbled into something amazing, and I imagined that car was the only one that had money inside. And then as I continued playing, because that was obviously only 1 or 2 days in, I realised that not only do lots of cars have money inside, but in the case the 911 Porsche Turbo 1982 and the Nissan Fairlady 1969, they have twice as much money inside than you actually pay for them. So yeah, there's a lot of cars with just money knocking around. But I'll tell you what I like. I like when the name of the perk, like on one of them, it's kind of like you investigated a rattle in the car and found some money in a door pocket or something. I like that, because if you buy an old car, you do sometimes find money inside it. I found money in cars before. It does happen. You do find, I mean, not a huge amount of money, not more than double the car was worth, but I like that. It happens. But yeah, I didn't notice at all that perks gave you straight money rewards until I made that video. So it took me a couple of days. But yeah, when I saw that in the, God, I can't remember which one it was. It was a Lamborghini. But yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh, the Aventador. The Lamborghini Aventador. Buy it for 310,000, 200,000 credits in it, sell it for 300,000 easily on auction, which is insane because the person could buy it from the showroom for 310. But there you go. Anyway, moving on. So how do you do this solo play? I have literally no friends in game. You can't do it at all anymore. It's been patched, but you would need to find someone. I mean, I don't have friends that I play with online at all. All of my real life friends are PlayStation. I don't know another real life person that has an Xbox. I've got a few friends on Xbox from people that have added me on other games. Almost all of my friends on Xbox comes from playing pinball. And the only reason we added each other, I think, is because when you were playing the pinball game, it's kind of like you had like a super score, and your super score was the collective score of all your friends on different tables, so it made sense to add people. So every time I played on that game, whoever was playing on it as well, we just added each other. But we've never spoken to each other. I don't know these people. I got a couple of friends from playing on Conan Exiles. I mean, one of them is a guy that I did speak to on Conan Exiles quite a bit, but we only played with each other for about a day. But that guy is... Cafe Dow, I think his name is. But I like now that he is a drivatar in Forza who I'm racing against, even though he doesn't play Forza. I don't think he even has it. So I kind of like the way it takes your friends list and gives them a drivatar and you drive against them. I like that. I like it a lot. Even if that person hasn't got the game. It's pretty cool. So yeah, you can't do that. You just have to find somebody in the game that you can play it with. By all means, if we find another hack that needs to be in a convoy, and we put a video up on it, leave a comment on the video saying, my gamer tag is this, add me, let's do it together, I'll do it for you, you do it for me, you know, that kind of stuff. And then we can use these videos to help people find each other. Race timers are data points. They don't need people checking race times. They can use automation to collect data points in races and flag anomalies. Just saying, yeah, completely right. Completely right. They can do this, but I've got to say, William, if they were doing this, then I would be banned by now. I can't imagine that they would have some automated program checking this stuff and not banning people like me. I mean, if I was Turn 10 Studios and I had bothered and I wanted to ban people, then it would they'd do it once and that would be it. They'd probably get a warning, they'd do it again and they'd be gone. I honestly think I would have banned myself before now. Personally, I think if the company fucked up the... I mean, you've got a point here, but let's be honest. It takes, making a game is a complicated process. There are definitely going to be things that they don't notice during the testing process. And then when the game comes out, I mean, you do beta testing. You've only got really a small group of people that are testing. They can't test everything. But once the game goes out, all of a sudden there's bloody millions of people playing the game. And those people are actively looking for problems like I do that we can exploit. So, I mean, it's a fair point, but I would much rather... a game was released with a couple of problems in it, than me have to wait another year while they iron out those problems. You know, I'd much rather that. Even if taking advantage of glitches in games, exploiting them instantly got you banned, so nobody did it, I'd rather they release the game today with those problems inside than I have to wait you know, an extra 6 months or an extra year until they've tested it thoroughly. But there is a fair use policy that says, I mean, it's kind of like saying, hey, there is a way our game is intended to be played. If you don't do it like that and you exploit things within the game to give you an unfair advantage over other players, then we have the right to ban you. I absolutely believe that anyone that makes a game should be allowed to make that statement and then take action on it. I do believe that. And I think that when people do what I do, you know, it's a risk, it's a gamble. It gives you a reward, but there is a risk. So you've got to decide whether or not you believe that that risk is worthwhile. Turn 10 will check the tire. Oh my God, that's fucking awesome. That is awesome. What a beautiful comment. Right, let's read this. Let's give this guy a little bit of credit for his wit. Turn 10 will check the tyre temperature of your cars. If your tyres are not hot enough for the amount of money you have, they will ban you because they'll know that you did not complete 50 laps of a race. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Also, I have a great tip. Do the same Goliath technique in other types of races. You can up all your levels to 12. Oh, it's a really good idea, right? I mean, we don't have this glitch anymore. It doesn't work. But if we do have other glitches that do work, or we find a way around this, yeah, you've got a good point there. When you do the Goliath glitch, the race tree that goes towards, what is it? Is it the road racing one? I think it is. It's kind of like you get to level 20 instantly. I'm currently doing a glitch which is on the cross country. And every time I do the glitch on the cross country one, I've gone up lots of levels. Now, I'm not trying to keep this glitch secret. I have recorded a video of it already. I've mentioned that already. I've edited it. It is now processing whilst I'm recording this one, and I will upload it sometime today. So I do have a glitch. It's not really a glitch, and it's not mine, but I will credit the person, and I'll tell you all about it in that video, and it enables you to win races very, very easily, even with the driver tires on unbeatable, so you get a lot of reward for that. So it progresses you through the cross-country section of the game very quickly. So you got a valid point here. Not only did you leave a very witty and interesting comment that made me laugh, but you also have an incredibly valid point here as well. So you deserve 2 thumbs up. Oh no, it's gone! There's another one for you. So yeah, I agree with you completely. I agree with you about this. I agree with you agreeing with me about this. Let's see what it was. It was this. Okay. I haven't been able to make this good. Yes, it's been patched. Sorry, it's been patched. I watched 2 videos from you, and I get a notification, but a channel... What? Ooh. Don't know why. But that's nice. I like that. Are you not subbed? You watch 2 videos? Are you not subbed and you're getting notifications? Right. Okay. Oops. Wrong button. I don't know why YouTube are recommending my videos or giving people notifications when they've not asked for them. But I mean, I've not on this account, but my main YouTube accounts, I'm subscribed to loads of people's stuff, and I often notice that sometimes I'm not subscribed to them anymore, or I have notifications turned on and then they're suddenly turned off. It's weird. But I have noticed that it tends to be subjects that I know that YouTube don't like. So, you know, like videos that are to do with things that are political, that are, you know, promoting an agenda which is not the agenda that Google seems to favour. So yeah, that does happen. It happens. So, I mean, this is a game. There is no political agenda behind the videos in this game. So maybe it's recommending these because it's trying to distract people by playing Forza rather than having, you know, being more concerned with more important things in the world. Who knows? Unrelated to the video, but I just received the Nissan Fairlady in a wheel spin. And it also gives you 300,000. Yes, it does. It absolutely does. Exactly the same as the Porsche. Whoops. I always click that button. Exact same skill, perks, and price as the PU. I never know. Well, it's certainly got an O in it, hasn't it? Let's have a look at this. No, this. Does that look right? That looks right. Yeah, it's the exact same skill, perks, and price as the Porsche 911 Turbo 1982 edition. Whoops. Both double your money. That smiley. That one with a space. Does anybody know if this still works? Sorry, it's been patched. Oops, whoops, 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 whoops. Jesus Christ. Come on, Stephen, what are you doing? Sorry, it's been patched. Okay, let's move on. What? Crazy Gamer. This is interesting. Ooh. Really? Right, let's check. Oh, crikey, my typing's terrible. This is saying the patch in winter fails. So if the patch is failing, that means you can still do the glitch. Now, I tested this in winter, so, I mean, maybe this guy's found a way around this. So if this guy's got a video about it, if he's got a channel or whatever, hopefully he'll leave some comments, give us more information, and hopefully a link to a video on his channel that tells you how to do this. Excuse me. Very interesting. So maybe there is a way of getting back into that. I hope there is. It's worth unlocking as many perks as possible because there is a leveling tier for that, which, yeah, there is. Very true. Unlock points. Good point. The coupe. Oh, the coupe like a toupee. Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it. Good old Bob's your uncle. Oh, I think I'm getting a bit far away. Why did I say Bob's your uncle? It must have been about something basic. If I say Bob's your uncle, it's about something basic. Because my Uncle Bob is very basic. No, he hasn't. I haven't got an Uncle Bob. If I had, I think I would choose Bob Mortimer. Yeah, he would win. He would be my uncle. That would be my Uncle Bob. Good old Bob Mortimer. Well, I've met Bob Carroll, geez. But not Bob Mortimer. But yeah, it would definitely be. Vic and Bob are absolute legends. Love them both. Death to all glitchers! Roar! Yeah, get your pitchfork out. What a lunatic. Little boy! Go away. What nonsense. Rest in peace, online solo adventures. Team play so boring, not competitive anymore. No one wants to play team games in general. I've not done the team games, but I think they look... I think they look a bit gimmicky, so I've not really tried them out. I've not got into them. But you have got a point here. I've been driving the Goliath race just on one lap, but only against drivatars, and driving it seriously. And I kind of would love to get into a full team of real people and drive those races, but it doesn't seem like there's that many people that want to do it. So yeah, I think you're right. So I want to do the glitch. It's been patched. Can't do it anymore. Doesn't work for me. I'm a PSE. Ah, here we go. This guy's on PC. So the person that said earlier, is this game available on PC? Yes, it is. Because this person is playing it on PC. So it has been patched. It doesn't work anymore. Oh, hang on. Ultimate Super Spins. That does work. So maybe it doesn't work on PC. I don't know. I can't check it. I don't have a PC. Why am I getting notifications for this channel? I'm not even subscribed. Another one. So, I mean, another one. Sorry. Yeah, no idea. No idea why that's happening. That's perhaps why my videos suddenly took off. YouTube are promoting them for some bizarre reason. So I'm not doing it. I'm not doing anything to promote my videos. Gets a Vulcan, he has no reaction. I already had one. I've had the Vulcan so many times. So that was the only reason. I get it a lot. Well, that was the only reason. The Vulcan seems to come up all the time. I don't know why. Great video, really helped me. What was it? Oh, okay, obviously not anymore. What makes you laugh? I love your mindset and attitude towards haters. It makes me laugh. Haters make me laugh. They're ridiculous, aren't they? Aren't haters ridiculous? It makes me laugh. Right, I have found and unlocked all the barn finds except the Bamborough Castle and still haven't found the Capri. Thanks, Robert. Cheers. Oh, here we go. Bear with me a sec, guys. Where's the phone? Oh, the phone's not on its holder. I need to go on a hunt. Continue reading comments. Hello? Hello? That was weird. I'll put the phone here in case it rings again. It sounded, that was weird. That was kind of a bit spooky, to be honest. That was weird. That was a really weird noise down the phone. You know, not like a fax machine or anything like that, but definitely electronic and robotic, but it didn't sound nice. That was a very unpleasant sound to listen to. Whoa, that was horrible. That kind of made me shiver. Ugh, if it rings again, I might not answer it. If I answer it, I'm not holding it right next to my ear, just in case it does that again. Right, there we go. I didn't expect to be a phone. Right, okay. Does this still work? No, it's been patched. TVR speed 12 barn find, 7 times multiplayer into a TVR speed. Have I got that on a barn find? Is that the only one I'm missing? I'm not sure I've got that. A 2 times builder and a 7 times multiplier. I mean, there are cars that are a 3 times multiplier, so it makes the 2 times multiplier a little bit annoying. But, I mean, all the skill perks, it's the same sets over and over again in different cars. So I wonder if that was a typo. I wonder if it's a 3 times what he's talking about, and that car is exactly the same as the Renault 5 Turbo, the 300S. You know, there's quite a few cars that have that exact same, set of skill perks in them. Drift cars, we've done that. Can I buy cars off you? I'm very, very desperate to get the Bugatti C, and my game is... Well, get the Bugatti C then. Do something, get some money, get the Bugatti. It's not that hard to get money in games, but I'm not going to go and buy all your cars. That'd just be annoying. Is this French? Right, let's try. There's videos, comic. Oh, it's not French. French don't have them little things, do they? I don't know what it is. It looks like French. Oh, it's about Fallout anyway. I do not understand any of your comment, and I can't bother to go to Google. If anyone wants to... okay, we're not doing that. About the M6. A lot of people love that car. I found it really hard to drive, but obviously with a tune it'd be better. What the hell's going on here? Just play the game for credits. Quit being lazy assholes. I got a lot of money from grinding. It's only taken me a total of 72 hours of in-game time. Oh my god. Racing with my friends to earn this. Blah, 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 blah. Unfortunately, you're a minority. I have more fun. I'm going to thumbs you up without even reading any more of what you had to say, because I like you. 1. Well, college these days doesn't get you far. And you will have massive debt. Oh my god. Right, okay. 1, 2, 3. I used to have a girlfriend years ago that did 1, 2, 3 on her fingers all the time, and every time she did it, I would shudder inside. I'd say, do you want to do this? And she goes, well, 1, blah, 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 2, blah, 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 3, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, I don't love you anymore. I'm going to leave you. The next time you do 1, 2, 3 on your fingers, I'm going to be your ex-boyfriend. Hated it so much. Everything else about her I adored, but that one thing drove me so crazy that I couldn't stay with her. Anyway, there you go. So if you're the kind of person that does 1, 2, 3, bear in mind that you could lose your partner. It happened before. And also, I used to go with a girl called Rachel. This was at school, so I was only quite young. And this one time, I must have been about 13 or something, but this one time she hugged me, and her neck was dirty. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's got a dirty neck. She doesn't wash properly. And I was so repulsed by it, I kind of just let it go straight away. And then I asked my friend Neil, who was in her class, to tell her that I didn't want to see her anymore. So I didn't even tell her myself, which I know is horrible. But yeah, I don't know if he told her the reason or what. So for a very long time, this girl, Rachel, I'm not going to say your surname, Rachel, because of having a dirty neck, got dumped, and she wasn't told why. And then a bit later in my life, I was hugging another lady, and I looked at the back of her neck, and it was dirty. And I was thinking, she's got a dirty neck. This is just like Rachel. It's happening again. And then I realised something. It was a suntan, right? It was a suntan, right? She'd got a little bit of a suntan just on the back of her neck. And then I've thought about Rachel, and I've visualized her neck in my mind, and I was thinking, it was a suntan. I dumped my girlfriend when I was like 13 or 14-year-old for having a suntan. Oh, I couldn't believe it. So yeah, I mean, I haven't seen Rachel for a really, really long time, but I did bump into her into town. Sometime, maybe a couple of years ago or something. I said hello and things like that, and I have no idea how that experience affected her, but I am so sorry that I did that. I dumped you by proxy using my friend Neil because I thought you had a dirty neck, and I was very, very repulsed by the idea that you didn't bathe properly. But you didn't have a dirty neck. No, not at all. You had a suntan. So that shouldn't have happened. So there we go. I just wanted to confess my sins before I die. It's just so bad. How the hell did that come out of this comment? So, Ethan, Loveless, you shouldn't dump people because they have a suntan. It's not right, okay? You need to stop it. And Ben, Bradley, the same goes for you. Just lick your thumb discreetly and give them a little rub. Now, if the suntan comes off, they probably have got a dirty neck. So you want to be telling one of your friends, it's over. But no, it's just, sorry, I'm going to move on. Patched! Yeah, it's patched. This means yes, okay? What's this going on? Such bullshit. Already have more than 80 million and more than 200 cars in 2 days, so fuck this bullshit game. God, what's wrong with you? Okay, you don't have to be so volatile. I'm just going to ignore you. Talks a lot about flaps. Imagine saying all that stuff against your girlfriend. I'll talk about my girlfriend's flaps. Well, I haven't got a girlfriend, I've got a wife, okay? And we talk about anything we want to talk about because we don't mind. It's not, what the problem? It's just, I found it funny. It's funny, it's not a big deal. And we do talk about anything. Like, talking about subjects are not off limits between me and my wife. If they were off limits, or if I said the word flaps and she got offended, she wouldn't be my wife, right? I'm not going to, censor myself in front of the person that I'm married to that knows me more intimately than any other human being. I mean, if you'd exchanged wife for grandmother, then you would have got a point, but nah. Still works. Well, thanks. I'm making loads of money now. You're very welcome, Jason. Oh, I've seen you a few times. You've left a few comments. Yeah, you're right. It did. Patch. Right. I think we're getting to the point now where we've gone back a couple of days. I mean, today is Tuesday, so I'm only really on Sunday with my comments. I didn't get a chance to look at. Oh, let's have a look at this one. Some asshole. Every fucking Lambo. People like you should be banned from the game. A few days ago, I was looking for a Aventador on auction. They were selling for 200,000, which is a 100,000 less than usual. Just to find out that some asshole is bidding and buying out every fucking Lambo there is. You are ruining the game for others. You shit biscuit. You are a shit biscuit. I love it. I'm going to thumbs him up for shit biscuit. Oh, God, wrong again. You earned a thumbs up. You earned a thumbs up for... Wrong button. Shit biscuit. What's a shit biscuit? Made me laugh. Made me laugh. Muchos gracias. Oh yeah, thank you for putting the Enya in for me. Right, let's just put one of the... Oh no, yeah, space. One of them. Right, that's probably going to annoy him because he would imagine that his comment would somehow belittle or offend me in some way, but they don't. Negative comments usually make me laugh. I spell, is it much? Right, you Spanish-speaking people that are better than me. Muchos, when used with gracias, is that an A? Is it muchas gracias or muchos gracias? I don't know. Is gracias masculine or feminine? I tell you, all this masculine and feminine stuff is so confusing. And like ser and estar and para and por, so confusing, so confusing. Very interesting how you live your Horizon life. Nothing wrong with it, as long as you are happy with what you're doing. By the way, if your Forza Horizon 4 still working okay, mine is completely failed to load after the 10 out of 10 updates. When was the last time I played Forza? I think it was... I switched it on yesterday because I wanted to see whether or not I'd been banned, but I've not actually played in since... I think I played on Friday for just a little amount of time, or maybe Saturday morning. I played on Saturday morning for just a brief amount of time. But it was loading faster for me. After the updates, mine was loading faster. So, after the updates, mine was loading faster. Try resetting your Xbox. There we go. Oh my word. You fucking cunt. Go to bloody hell. Why do you dumbass keep exposing shit that us gamers find out and pass on to our friends so they can enjoy the game, not for you to expose, and just so you know your gamertag has been exposed and multiple other YouTubers? Prepare for what you guys done to use. We're gonna report everything. I think you mean we are there. Keep showing shit. Every account you got on PS4, Xbox, we're gonna find and destroy your gaming life. Jesus Christ, this person's angry. We've had a reply. Well, someone's on there, period. Oh, that's brilliant. That is brilliant. Right. You here, James Smith, you have just saved Fanatic Angry Man Cole's comment from being deleted. Right, this is the kind of comment that I just would have deleted. It's just a pile of nonsense abuse, right? But this makes it funny. I saw a video on Facebook the other day, and it was a guy, I think he was in New York, I'm not sure, but he was kneeling on the floor, proposing to his fiancée. And he'd got his ring held out, and she was standing looking. She was, obviously her heart was melting. She was blatantly about to say yes. And I mean, picture the scene. And then from nowhere, a guy ran up, grabbed the ring, and ran away. He stole the ring. Now that is a bad thing, okay? If that video was shared on Facebook as is, that's a bad thing, right? That's awful. You watch it and you just think, oh, that's so out of order. It's such an important part of people's lives that's meant to be a memory that you cherish forever. That is such a negative, horrible, horrible thing to have happened. But what made this video absolutely awesome was the title that it was posted with. And the title was like, I can't remember exactly, so I'm just going to paraphrase. But it said, an angel saves a man's life in a split second. Right? That made the entire... It just reframed everything. This guy must have been an NLP genius. That totally reframed the video. And you watch the video and you think, oh shit, that's well out of order. And then you notice the title and it's just all of a sudden the video becomes incredibly funny. Now, you're not laughing at the expense of those people. It's just someone with an incredible amount of wit, very, very clever comment, has just taken a bad situation and they've made it lighthearted and they've made it something fun. This guy here, James Smith, has just done the same thing. Just by saying, well, someone's on their period, has done the same thing. Awesome. So for that reason, this is going to be left in here. Okay, I like that. I admire it. I love it when people do stuff like this. It's like normally when someone just goes, I hate you, you need to die, and all that kind of stuff, right? When people do that, I mean, there's a lot of venom and it's toxic and they're angry and everything. And it's like they're doing it because they don't like what you've done. They hate you for one reason or another. But when you don't rise to that and you find it amusing, or someone, you know, puts a comment like this that makes you laugh, it diffuses that situation in a really funny way. I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, Fanatic Colt is probably still very, very angry, but I don't care. I don't care about your opinion. I don't care what you think. I don't care if you report me. Go ahead. My gamer tag is YT space game hacks. All one word. My other gamer tag is Katumi. That's Katum, M for mother, I, and then 74. So the number 7 and the number 4. No spaces. So when you're reporting me, make sure that you do both of my profiles. Okay. As long as that's clear. You very angry, angry man. I do this. This is something I do regularly, but only with my wife. But I enjoy it. It's nice. let's move on. I apologise. I often forget that this game has a money system. Not because I have so much of it, but simply because I just don't care about it. You currently have about 5 or 6 million. Well, you've got a really valid point. I'm not going to carry on reading. I'll do this in case anyone else wants to. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. This is the longest comment ever. Right, you've probably got some really good points in here, so let's just skim through. Right, blah, 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 money. Not once have I been a... Right, this is a really good point. Not once have I ever been unable to completely overhaul a vehicle, taking it from front-wheel drive to all-wheel drive, switching engines, etc. I agree with you completely, same has happened to me. My point is, right, I'm not going to read this, you can read it, but I'm guessing that his point is you don't have to cheat, there's a load of money, you don't even have to focus on getting money. The game just gives you money and you have enough to continue playing the game without it being an obstacle. It's not like you ever get to the point where you think, oh no, I haven't got enough money to do this, unless you're trying to buy a castle or a very expensive car. But yeah, it does give you a lot. In the multiplayer portion of the game, I can't be bothered to read this, it's too long. But if you want to read this, guys, by all means read it. I'm just going to give him the thumbs up for taking the time to write all that stuff. I'm sure there's a lot of valid points in there. Nobody writes that much with no swearing and proper grammar and paragraphs. Actual paragraphs. So yeah, I do apologise I'm not going to read it, but I'm not. But I'm going to give you a thumbs up just because of your grammar, your punctuation, your paragraphs, your dedication to your comment, all of that stuff. 10 minutes of you repeating the banning nonsense. Gee, some people are unaware. Whoops, it's gone. With how they talk. Yeah, I am completely aware of how I talk. And if you don't like it, just go somewhere else. I absolutely know that I repeat myself. I absolutely know that I go on and on and on. That's my personality. If you like it, be my subscriber. If you don't, bye. It's just, who cares? Why trash them? You can't. It doesn't let you. Wish it did. Can you quick sell? No, you can't. That would be so good though, wouldn't it? I wish you could. Still works. Oh, yeah, it still works now, actually, but that's something to do with Fallout. Is this patched? Yeah, it is. It is patched. The Goliath glitch totally flipped the auction house on its head. Bullshit. I call bullshit. Who cares? And why do you need to shout? Calm it down. You do realise that everybody in the entire civilized world thinks that all capital letters on a comment is rude. You know that, don't you? You shouldn't do it. Everyone needs to get over the fact that the people did the Goliath glitch. I bought the game full price, so I can do what I want. Simple. Yay! Hello, stranger. Dead right, mate. No problem with glitches, but it's totally fucked the auction house economy to shit. It's you again, Alan, isn't it? You feel the need? Yeah, it is. Alan O. Alan O. So called because he gives people amazing orgasms. Alan O. And I paid for the game too. So what about me? What about me? What about my auction house? You're ruining my game. You bastards. Oh, God. I've got to reply to this. I've got to reply. I got the game for free. I'm going to leave that mistake with the extra R. From Game Pass. And Game Pass. And I'm probably the one ruining it most. But that makes me laugh. Ha 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 ha. Oh, Alan, that comment was to you, okay? That comment is just for you, Mr. O. Mr. O. Buy from the auto show, then, if you're not blah, 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 blah. Oh, I can't be bothered to read Mr. O's comments. I've had enough of him. Got 50 mil out. Glad I got some when I did. Yeah, well done. Good done. Good timing. It's gone, really? Where to find volatile glands on Conan? Yes, really. That is where you find volatile glands on Conan. Not as good as they used to be, but that's where you get them. Nice work, mate. But thank you. Turn 10, he's losing it. Never mind. We'll help them find it. Or they just don't ban your accounts because they watch your videos and then they know what to patch. Good point. Yeah, good point. Very good point. I should charge them. I should send them a bill. I should send them a bill. Invoice. for my investigative, is that how you spell it? Investigative? Yeah. Efforts. Oh, I always do that. Does this work with VIP? Not anymore. I tried the WorldSpin glitch, it didn't work for me. It still works for me, but I'll try it in a little bit, and we'll see if it still does, because I haven't played for a few days, so there might have... I haven't... I should turn my Xbox on and just make sure that there's no updates, because it will really annoy me if I go to make a video and then it says, huge update, and I've got to wait. You seem like a nice dude. So do you. Likewise. Joshua, amen. Amen, Joshua. So do you. Amen. I hope that's not considered insulting. That's a cool surname. That's a very cool surname. Patched. It's snow season right now. Yeah. I wonder what that guy was saying about the winter. Oh no, I've got one of those. I hate those. I hate it when that happens. How do you get rid of it? Go away. Floating, weird, mysterious ghost thing. I wish I had a friend who played to do this exploit. So does everybody that doesn't have friends. And just hover around that area and someone might add you. Although the glitch doesn't work anymore. I forgot my coffee. I agree with everything you said. To be honest, I think it is bad to cheat. But if you don't care, then it's fine. Oh, I like you. I like you. I like you. I like people that... I like people that disagree with you, but they respect your opinion to be different. I like that as well. That, to me, that's instantly gives someone a great deal of credibility. Oh, everything's starting to go a little bit Pete-tong, and it's not good. Right, let's try and find where we were. I was there. But we might be banned. I like you. Thanks. It's not true. You won't get banned. I just did it 4 different times. Okay, right. You might get banned. But it's not going to happen immediately. Okay? If you do all this stuff, you might get banned in the future. I might be banned now. But, I mean, don't think I've just done it. Did I get banned? No, I didn't. I'm not going to get banned. You might get banned. Okay? You might. Hablas español? La, la. Sí. Yo hablo español, pero no mucho. Solo un poco. ¿Y tú? So, ¿hablas español también? Sí. Hola. Buenos días. ¿Cómo estás? I do. I tell you what I did the other day. Right. If you don't speak Spanish, this will still be funny. The verb to be in English, like saying I am, you are, all that kind of stuff, we have one verb for doing this, and it's the verb to be. In Spanish, they have 2. They have ser and estar. And these things are both to be, but they mean different things. Like I might say, I'm a writer, and I might say soy autor, which means I am a writer. That means that's what I do. But I might say I am sad. So if I say estoy triste, that means I am sad right now. So you have soy or estoy. I mean, I know I said there's ser and a star, but we're conjugating. So if I say soy triste, that means I am a sad person. So you see the difference. I'm sad right now, something's upset me, but I'm not always sad. Sometimes I'm happy. Or I'm a sad person. So when you say about someone else, you can say something like estás caliente. That means you are hot. That means if I touch you, you're hot. It means you're hot right now, but not tomorrow, not yesterday. Yesterday you were cold, but today you are hot. But eres caliente means you're a hot person. So that means, you know, the difference in English is, for us to say the difference between you're hot and you're hot, we have to go, oh, you're hot, or we go, you're hot. Like that, right? There's a difference. We need to put our finger in the air and make a little thing. In Spanish, you don't do that. If you want to say that someone is hot in temperature, you just say, estás caliente. If you want to say someone is hot, sexy, you say, eres caliente. Not long after I met my wife's family, we were all in a lift together, and my wife's mum, there was me, my wife's mum, and my wife's dad, and my wife's sister, and her husband. We're all in an elevator. And my wife's mum grabbed my arm. And she was very hot. Her hand was hot. So I said, eres muy caliente. Which means, you're a pretty sexy lady. And everyone was like, oh! And I've done it a lot. And the other big mistake that I made in Spanish, and this one's a little bit I probably shouldn't share this with you actually, but I was going to England and I'd changed my flight, and I was trying to say cambiar mi vuelo, mi flight. I think I'm not sure what flight is. That's a word I don't say very often. But I was trying to say I changed my flight, and I was in the front of the car with my wife. And my wife's mum and dad were in the back of the car. So I turned around, I got everyone's attention. I tried to say in my best Spanish, yo cambio mi vuelo, I think it is. I think that's how you say it, I'm not sure. But that would mean I changed my flight. But what I actually said was, yo cambio mi bolsas, which means I changed my balls, right? Then some Spanish, a few people went, and then some Spanish talking happened. And I got my wife to translate. And her mum has said, why did he change his balls? What's wrong with his balls? Can't he have babies? So yeah, in England, if we can't have babies, we go to the doctor and say, excuse me, doctor, I'm having trouble having children. Can I please change my balls? And then we tell our wife's parents that we've not known for very long. I mean, she wasn't my wife then. It was before we got married. But yeah, I do make some mistakes quite often. I do. And then the other classic mistake that I made, it was just before our wedding. And I was going to quite nice clothes shops looking for some formal shoes. And I was going to the shops saying, necesito zapatas formal para mi matrimonio. Is what I was wanted to say, but what I was actually saying is para mi marido, which means for my husband. So yeah, I was going into lots of very nice shops saying, I would like some formal shoes for my husband. Then I was trying them on because my foot size is obviously exactly the same as my husband's foot size. So yeah, I've made a few mistakes. So anyway, that got a lot of attention, didn't it? Hablas español. So Oscar, there we go. I do speak Spanish, but only a little. So hablo español, pero solo un poco. Pero estoy aprendiendo. Mucho más difícil que inglés, porque femenina y masculina. It's difficult. I know I said that a bit wrong, but I'm sure you understood what I'm saying. So yeah, I've been living here for 3 years, but I still don't speak Spanish properly, and I find it very difficult to understand other people. But if I watch television in Spanish with Spanish subtitles, I understand everything. But without the subtitles, it kind of all merges together, and I don't know what is a word and what is 3 words, and it's difficult. And it's in Colombia, people speak very fast. So yeah, I need to learn. How does he not know what the Unimog is? Because I'm not a petrol head. I just don't know this stuff. I didn't even know that existed until Forza Horizon 4. No, neither did I. I've never heard of the Unimog. I like it because Mog is like Moggy. It's like cats. The Unimog. Oh, I missed this one. Also, just a tip. You couldn't show the whole dashboard that you were so intrigued by, which switched to the... Yeah, it's a bit annoying that you can't look around inside your car and look down. I don't like that. Someone did tell me that if you push your stick up and then you rotate left and right, you can look around inside your car, but you're kind of limited. I know on other games when you're in the cockpit view, if you look around, your head actually moves around inside the car. That happens on dirt, I think. So you can see like your own legs and things like that. That's much better. I wish they could do that. It's like I'm in cockpit view. If I push my view button backwards, I don't want to suddenly get a view of what's going on behind me that is completely not like I would see in a normal car. All of the cars have a rear view mirror. If we're in cockpit view and we're using our stick to look around, make it realistic. It's much better. They put the Transformers badges on cars where I am from in the UK. Do they? I'm from the UK. They don't do it where I'm from. I come from near Coventry. It's so weird, isn't it? Why do people do that? I've never seen that in England. So wherever you live, the people, perhaps it's a load of Colombians that have moved to England. It's just, I mean, over here, like 80% of cars have an Apple logo on the back. Seriously, it's insane. I find it so weird. But I've never seen a Samsung logo. And my wife has a Samsung phone. She thinks Samsung is brilliant. Although I did buy a Samsung telly not too long ago. But she doesn't like Apple, so we have a bit of rivalry. And I always say, yeah, look at all these Apple cars. There are no Samsung cars. Why trash barn finds? You can't. Man, I love this channel. I've been watching for some time now. I think your channel will grow a lot with Forza Horizon 4. As your channel gets bigger and bigger, please don't change. I can't. I wouldn't be able to. I mean, look at this. I've been babbling on here for hours. I hope that you get to the point where I'm reading your comment. Always keep the same aspect and the same outlook on gaming as you do now. And don't be a sellout like other YouTube channels. I too also grew up in the 80s. And I hate this thing, move. And gaming was so simple and innocent back then. And people made games because they loved game. Oh yeah, they did. Love the content, man. Keep up the good work. I've got to say, Sickly Friend, if you grew up in the 80s, you might have got a reference. You might not have seen it, but do you know which game, when on the pause menu, when you paused it, it said, gone to make a cheesecake? And then it said, press C to continue, fourth along the bottom row. Do you know what game that is? I'm only going to give you 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. It was the Warlock of Firetop Mountain. Oh my God, I loved that game. If you grew up in the 80s, you can probably remember it. I loved that game. It was on the Specky. I had a Specky, what was the original one called with the membrane keyboard? The ZX80. I had a ZX80, then the Spectrum 16K, the 48K, the Plus 2, the QL. I had them all. Well, I say there were more my brothers, but it was kind of like family computers, but it was kind of like more my brothers than mine, so it was a little bit older. But I loved all those games. And you had to wait for the loading and wait. The drawing of the picture. It's like you would play Jetpack or something, and then you'd wait for 10 minutes for it to draw a picture while the game is loading. It's like, don't waste 10 minutes of my time drawing a picture, just load the game. And it's like, me and my brother tried to pirate the games, and we didn't know what we was doing. And we had the game playing, you know, all the noises. We had that playing on a stereo on one corner of the room. And then in the other corner of the room, we had a tape recorder, which we'd plugged a microphone into, and we had a lead going across the floor, and the microphone was on the middle of the floor, as close to the speakers as it could get to, recording all those beeps. And we were trying to pirate games by doing this. We didn't even connect with leads. And we'd be recording it, we'd be sitting there waiting for the 10 minutes that all Spectrum games take to load. And then my mum would walk in and say something about homework or something. We'd be like, Mum, you've ruined it. So we're copying a game. Shh, like that. It never worked, but it was good fun. And then discs came out. When those floppy discs came out, and we had I think it was on the Specky Plus 2, the big grey one that looked like a Commodore. It was a horrible computer. But yeah, they came out. Now, I did notice the last time I went back to England that in Game, or Game Workshop, whatever it's called, it's Game. Game Workshop's something completely different. In Game, they have in the window a Spectrum 48K with the rubber keyboard, and I believe it's a console that contains inside it all of the old Specky games. So, that looks amazing. So that, I think I'm going to have to buy that for my brother, because, I mean, on his birthday this year, I bought him a T-shirt that had the character from Chucky Egg on it. You know, the guy with the flat brim cap that looked like a Canadian, what they called, the chop down the trees? Lumberjack. Looked like one of them, little chubby fella with the flat hat. And he was from Chucky Egg. I used to play Chucky Egg a lot. And you get to the end, and then it'd just carry on, and there'd be more birds after you. And that was the way games worked. It's like Gauntlet, did it have an ending? There were just unlimited levels. And I loved all that stuff. My friend, I think I mentioned him earlier, the guy who passed away not too long ago. Me and him used to play in an arcade in my local town. We'd bunk off school and we'd go to the arcade, and we had pockets full of 10p's. And we'd be on Gauntlet for hours and hours and hours. What was it? I can't remember the name of them. It's like green. They were the blue, the green. It's like Red Warrior or something. Red Warrior has joined the game. Something like that. Oh my goodness. I put so much money in that game. I tell you, I could have bought an Xbox and a TV and loads of games with the amount of 10p's I put in that. And then another one, Decathlon, where you thump the game with your fingers. Like, I could do that weird finger vibration. So I was good at all of those things, like Daley Thompson's, Decathlon, that kind of stuff. Anyway, we digress. Sickly Friend, I do approve of your comment. It has brought back some awesome memories. I will not change because I don't have the ability to do that. So all of my videos will be just like this one, but I'm sure you can remember some of these games back in the 80s. If you had a Spectrum, did you play Warlock of Firetop Mountain? Wasn't it amazing? And then games like a Tic Tac and all that kind of stuff, they blew me away at the time. They looked so cool. I loved all those old things. They were so awesome. But I really like having grown up through seeing the progression of games. I mean, I was just about old enough when games first came out. I mean, I had Pong and stuff like that. I mean, Pong was the first game. I had that. I also had an original Atari, the actual console, as opposed to the computers. I mean, I was a big gaming person through my entire life. And seeing the transition of gaming going from what it was to what it is now is quite incredible. And I mean, what we have with gaming today is just mind-blowing. And I'm pretty sure that in my lifetime, I've got quite a while left, I think that gaming is going to go incredible with virtual reality and all of that kind of stuff. And I'm very pleased that I have been alive through the entire progression of gaming from what it was in the early days to what it's going to be today. I mean, can you remember Arkanoid? And it's like, I didn't know that Steve Jobs wrote that. It's kind of like a little bit of a side project. I don't know whether he wrote Arkanoid or Breakout or Brick or whatever other variation of it was. He might have written the first one and a few people really, ripped it off. But that was Steve Jobs. That really surprised me. And I loved that. Anyway, I've got to move on. But yeah, I mean, we could talk about this sort of stuff for hours because the gaming in the 80s, they didn't have incredible high-definition 4K realistic graphics. You just had sprites. I mean, look at things like Manic Miner and Jet Set Willy. Absolutely incredible. But Jet Set Willy was broken. It's like the game was broken. You couldn't actually complete it. Or Manic Miner, one or the other. But Jet Set Willy, I think. But yeah, there's something Menagerie was broken. But I played that game to death. I tried to learn how to play the song from the beginning of Manic Miner by watching the piano, but the graphics were terrible, but the playability in the games was incredible. It was like they were so addictive because that's all they had. But yeah, there were some amazing games back then. Really were awesome. But yeah, I mean, these days, a lot of games just rely on good graphics, but when a game has good graphics and it's good as well, it makes you, it's just awesome. I love it. I am definitely through and through a gamer. Turn10 already said that they'll not ban anyone. Did they? Didn't know that. But they'll punish. They're going to come around my house with thumb screws. Oh, no. They'll punish those abusing the exploits. And there's even a post on the forums about it. Oh, is there really? Reply. Subs will find this info useful. Thanks for your... Why is my computer starting to go slow? Oh, because I've been recording for hours. Oh, why am I doing dots? Let's do a nice smiley face. Right, please post the link to the post as my blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So that's interesting. This guy, I mean, I don't mind being punished at all. If I log on and they've taken everything off me, like that dream I had where they'd taken all my money and all my cars and I only had the Isetta, if that really happened in real life, I wouldn't mind. That's just the gamble that you're playing when you cheat. You might get penalised. It's not a big deal. Don't do this. It makes the game boring. I made 10 million by grinding. Listen to yourself. Right. Grinding implies that you're just doing something over and over again like that. It's like piecework in a factory. That kind of is boring. And was loving the game. I did this a few times and now the game is a bit dead. Okay, that means it's not for you. Okay, I mean, for me, I like doing these kind of things. I still find it fun. I enjoy finding them. For me, it's fun. I mean, I do get it when people say it ruins the game. And I do like playing games realistically as well. But, I mean, it's like, if you think it's going to ruin your game, don't do it. I have, as you know, 2 profiles, and I don't do stuff on one of them that I think might ruin the experience for me on the other one, but I enjoy both experiences equally. So, I mean, just bear that in mind. If it's going to ruin it for you, don't do it. I don't know what this is about, but he had the same thing that I had. So, cool. Still working, and what is it? No, not still working. That means it's not still working. It doesn't mean I don't like your comment, Arthur. It means it's not still working. I don't think it's cheating. I mean, I shouldn't be... there's a lot of comments here talking about, is it cheating, isn't it cheating? It's your own opinion. That thing there's so bloody annoying. I do a lot of web development, and I use Dreamweaver a lot, and that happens all the time on Dreamweaver. I hate it. It's so annoying. It's like I'll be doing some code, and then some little pop-up thing will come up to try and help me, and I won't use it, but then it don't go away. I'm like, oh my God, it's so in the way of your code. And I have to shut down Dreamweaver and then open it up again. But yeah, it's happened here with YouTube. I don't know how you get rid of it. Just accidentally bought the house for 5 million. Oh, no. Unlucky. No, but I was able to get the hat back working again on Windows 10. I quit the game immediately and cut the internet, then reset Forza Horizon 4. I mean, this, if people read this comment and then they go on to make the mistake, obviously this is going to save you. But if you've already made the mistake and it's several days later, then you read this comment, it doesn't look like it's a way of getting it back. It just looks like, this guy was fast. But yeah, if you've bought the house by mistake, you can't get those wheel spins. You really want to be trying to get your old save back. So it's a real... it's an exploit that gives you 3 super wheel spins. If you accidentally buy the house, then it doesn't give you it. Now, I've almost bought the house because it takes a while for your VIP to click in. So when my VIP hasn't quite, it's not been registered yet, the game is still offering me to buy it at 5 million. I've then pressed the button to buy it for 5 million, and it said, you don't have enough credits. So I was like, oh, thank goodness for that. So it didn't ruin the glitch. Is this still working? No. Is this patched? Yes. Some people do it. Some people just want to drive. Yeah, don't worry about it. Fair, good point. People are different. It is patched since the 11th of the 10th. So, yeah, you're right. It is patched. Has this been patched or it's still working? It's been patched. I'm not going to reply to these comments from 2 days ago saying it's been patched. I'm sure these people know it's been patched by now. If you want to do the live glitch... Oh, someone's gamer tag here just for saying if you want to do the live glitch with me. If there's another glitch that requires a convoy, then you can... things are going slow. Let's just read 1 or 2 more, then we'll call it a day. To be fair, the character level really doesn't make a difference in the game. That guy has prestige 8 times. What did he get? Yeah, you're right. It doesn't mean anything, does it? It really doesn't. It's like, I've never seen another person in the game and looked at their level and thought, wait, they must be a good driver. Or thought, oh, they're probably using hacks and things. You just don't. Have you ever looked at anyone else's level and you ever gave a stuff about it? No. If they... I don't even know if they do this already, but if they don't, and they decide to, if they had a leaderboard of, these are the times that people have completed this race, this person is the best person in the world at the moment on this game, then that would be great. But the levels, they mean nothing at all. You sound like you have a lot of experience with flaps. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I've been alive for a lot of years, and I've spent many, many of those years experiencing flaps in all their shapes and forms. And boy, are they beautiful. But never have I had such a wonderful experience as the robotic flaps that come out of the Reventon when it gets excited. The Lamborghini Reventon, the only car with flaps. It's beautiful, isn't it? I'd love it. It's so nice. I really do like that car. It's nice to drive. It's nice inside. The fans on the back, they look so cool. Look, I just love it. I'm a big fan of old cars, as you will know if you follow my channel. Can't be bothered playing the game now. Thanks for nothing. I know this is not Forza, but this could apply to anything. So, James Hamilton, I showed people a way of leveling up their character very, very quickly with Fallout 4. This person saw my video, he read the description, then he watched it, and then he said, basically, because of your video, I can't be bothered playing the game anymore. Thanks for nothing. It's like, I've ruined his game. So you don't have to do it, right? You don't even need to watch the video. And even if you do not, right, I know about this. I discovered this. And I told people about it, but I have playthroughs that don't do this. You can still do it vanilla. You don't have to cheat simply because you watched a video about cheating. That's insane. That's even a single-player game. It's like, it doesn't affect anything. Just don't do it. Bullshit. Patched yesterday evening or today morning. Tried to boost my friend. Right, what are you talking about? Post-update glitch. Right, you did this 2 days ago. It's now Tuesday. That means you did this on Sunday. This video came out before by quite a long while. Quite a long while. Right, they did 2 updates. The first one, I didn't seem to change anything as far as I'm concerned. Nothing changed on me. I could still do the Goliath glitch and the wheel spin. The next update, it changed 2 things. 1, the Goliath glitch was patched. 2, the game loads faster, which is awesome. I love that the game loads faster. Still need a super wheel spin method for people without VIP. If I find one, I'll tell you about it. But I got the game for free on the Xbox game. It's not free, is it really? You're paying £7 a month or whatever it is, but that's almost nothing. So I considered the game was free. Incredible value. And then I thought, I'm happy to pay for VIP for £15 because I got the game for nothing. I mean, it's a bloody awesome game. So, yeah, I'm happy with that. So, I mean, don't be so stingy. Buy the VIP. But if I find any kind of hack that works with or without VIP, I'll definitely tell you about it. This isn't a glitch, it's a flaw in the game. It's just semantics. I don't care whether you call it a glitch, a hack, an exploit, a feature, whatever. I say it's just semantics. I know that a hack is not exploiting a glitch in the game or some feature that they have of the game that they haven't programmed correctly. A hack is when you actually hack. And I know that some people get quite angry about that and they pick me up on it. I don't care. I'll call them whatever I like. Glitch, hack, whatever. It doesn't bother me. I have no friends. Never mind. My dad works for Turn 10. Right, let's have a look, shall we? My dad is bigger than your dad. Oh my goodness. My dad works for Turn 10, and he said that he's told the president, right? I'm guessing you mean the president of Turn 10, not Donald Trump. Right, my dad works for Turn 10, and he said that he's told the president about everyone who did the Goliath glitch, right? Everyone. He went, Mr. President, right, okay, it's Bob's dad from Turn 10. You know Bob's dad? Working marketing? I've got a list. It's very long. Right, you got a spare 5 minutes? Okay, right, I have a list of people that have been doing the Goliath glitch. Number 1, YT Game Hacks. Get rid of him. Not only does he do it, but he tells other people about it. Katumi74. Right, next on the list. No, Bob, we don't believe you. Okay, we just don't believe you. My dad works for Turn 10. He said that he's told the president about everybody who did the Goliath glitch before the patch, and they will be immediately hunted down and chemically castrated in their sleep. Okay, I'm sorry, Bob. I've just realised that your comment was satire and wit, and it's actually really quite funny. Oh, that's awesome. That's just awesome. It's on par with the person that tests the temperature of your brakes. That's just so funny. We are going to be chemically castrated in our sleep. So... Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It's so, whoa, what's going on? It's so cool when someone just has a sense of humour about this stuff. I mean, that guy, I've got a spinning thing. All hell's breaking loose. I wonder if my MacBook's full of memory and I've been recording for too long. No, it's gone. It's gone. It's all safe. My beach ball is gone. I mean, that guy I mentioned earlier that said... an angel saving a man's life in a split second, where the guy stole that ring when someone was proposing. Just so witty and so funny. I love it when people do stuff like that. You deleted the BMW M5 and you thought it was the BMW M3. I know I did. I know. I watched the video and I saw myself do it. But I'm not that bothered because that account just has a stupid number of cars and it's not really my main account. But you're right. But I'll get lots of more M5s. I bought the house by accident. It's unlucky. Yes, you are screwed. I really hate Google and all of their... I've seen this guy a few times. The guy asked how to do something, and I was almost about to reply saying, just search on Google. And then I read his name tag, and I thought, oh no, he can't. He can't search on Google. How crippled is this person's life that he doesn't have the ability to search on Google? I do apologise to any girls that are, my subs. Excuse me. I always say he automatically. It's just a habit. But some of these people are going to be female. The Aventador part can also be done with the Jaguar. Yeah, it happens on all sorts of cars. I'm enjoying this. I think I might make a regular feature of this. The game has a leaderboard for every race with a position for every player that completes it. So they absolutely do have a database of all that stuff. Yeah, it's very true. But I don't care. I don't think they're going into the database looking for that stuff and they're going to penalise me for it. And I also don't care. Oh, look. This is... Oh, someone's actually watched my Overmax Stacks video. This is Fallout. You made me a beast. A beast beginner. Bless you, sir. Much respect. I learned you can drop the stuff faster, blah, 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 blah. Yep, awesome. You're right. All of this is correct. Thank you. Thanks, Phil. What's the point of wheel spins? All you get is crap. Complete waste of time. Anyone else think, I assume you mean there, the car prices are ridiculous, especially when compared to the same car in Ford? Yes, I do think the car prices are insanely ridiculous. It's just stupid. And there's no consistency. It's like in real life, the differences between certain cars isn't that dramatic. There's not one for 10 million credits and one for, like 50,000 credits. Those two cars are not that far apart in real life. And also, it is very badly done. The price of cars is just terrible. I agree with you. I don't agree with your first point, though. Wheel spins, you don't only get crap. You do get some crap, like car horns and clothes. But there's also some really good stuff in there. I've had some amazing Forza Edition cars. I got the Koenigsegg 1-to-1 from a wheel spin. A normal... That's where I said it. I said a normal Bob's Your Uncle wheel spin. So yeah, a completely normal Bob's Your Uncle, Fanny's Your Aunt wheel spin for a Koenigsegg 1-to-1. Absolutely beautiful. So yeah, you can do it. You can do it. Do the wheel spins, you do get some good stuff. Can someone please help me? No, because it's gone. Please help me. Replied to your own comment. You didn't even wait. It's gone. Sorry, it's gone. Is there a solo way of doing it rather than blah, blah, blah? I mean, you don't need another account. You could have done it solo. It doesn't work anymore, but you could have done with another player online. I don't think many people are doing it on two profiles, on two different Xboxes. It's just useful when I'm showing you stuff. So, I mean, if you happen to have an old Xbox, it's a really useful way of doing that, and I do. And it's when I bought the new one, I was so miffed about it not having a port in it for the Kinect sensor. That was very annoying to me, because I do like Kinect games. And then, so I thought, well, they'll sell an adapter, which they do. And then they stopped selling the adapter, and then the cost of the adapter is outrageous. So it's just ridiculous. So I did keep my old Xbox, and it's kind of worked out quite well, because my gamer room, which has my new Xbox, it's the room I'm in right now. I have my steering wheel in here and some other bits and bobs. There's a piano here and different things. This is where I play. It's my playroom. But yeah, my Xbox One X is in here, and it's got the big TV, the surround sound, and all that stuff. Now, I've actually moved my old Xbox into a different room in the house, which is a very big room. So because that has the Kinect sensor, if friends come over and we play on the dancing games and that kind of stuff, it works better in that room now, because that room's bigger than this one. So it kind of worked out quite well for me. I'm glad I kept my old Xbox. I was going to give it away to somebody, but I didn't, and it was just kind of in a cupboard for a long time. And then I thought, well, I'm going to set it up in a different room. And so now the other Xbox has installed on its internal drive every single game that uses Kinect and nothing else. Actually, it also has the guitar game. I can't remember what it's called. The really good one that uses a proper guitar. God, what's it called? Something remastered. I can't remember what it's called. It's some guitar game. I've got that and all of the... I play a lot of different instruments. There is... I wished I could remember what it's called. That's driving me crazy. But I've got an electronic guitar plugged into the Xbox console, and I use that game, and it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So good for learning solos. You can have a solo playing on slow, repeating over and over and speeding up each time you get it right. And it is absolutely fantastic. So I have that and all of my Kinect games on my old Xbox in a different room. And in this room, I just have all of my other stuff. God, what's that game called? What's it called? Oh my God. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember. But it's very, very good. I can see it and everything, but I can't see the name. We're going 3 days ago there. One guy smoking. Now they can ban 2 people at once. Are you referring to me? Banning, it's just one person, it's 2 profiles. But yeah, you got a point, they could ban both profiles. I'm not bothered if they do. It's not a big deal. Why don't you play manual? It's more fun. Plus, when in automatic, your car changes gears a lot earlier than manual. Yes, it does. You're very true there. I mean, you can't say, why don't you play manual? It's more fun, because some people think it's more fun to play in automatic. My wife has 2 cars. One is an automatic, one is a manual. She actually drives the automatic more than the manual because she doesn't like the manual. The manual is a Mercedes, and it's beautiful to drive. I love it. The automatic is a Volvo. And the Volvo is a newer car. She bought it more recently, but it's not so nice to drive. But it is automatic, so she prefers that. So she loves driving. She drives like a crazy woman, but she prefers the automatic. If I'm driving her car, especially if we're driving through the Andes, if we're going to visit someone and we have to drive around all the windy roads, for me, it's got to be the Mercedes, and you've got to redline it. But I'm not. I find driving the automatics a bit boring, but we all have different opinions. Anyway, if I'm using my steering wheel, as I said before, I do use the gears. If I'm using my controller, I don't. But I'm going to change. I'm going to start using gears on my controller. I'm going to get used to it because I prefer the gears on the steering wheel by quite a lot. And it's a flappy paddle box. But as I said earlier, the steering wheel doesn't work properly on Forza Horizon 4. It has a dead zone. I cannot get rid of the dead zone, and it ruins it completely. So that's the reason I'm not using it. The Goliath, it's an unlockable event. Yeah, it's kind of a race that you unlock when you get to level 20, but that doesn't work. Video is laggy. Yes, I know. Everyone keeps telling me. I'm recording in a different way now, so it shouldn't be laggy anymore. KKKKK. Knobs. What the fuck? Fernando Gates, what the hell are you talking about? You're mental! Yeah, never mind. But I'm happy. I'm happy. But I'm happy! It doesn't matter. Who cares? It's all fun and games until someone gets hurt. I already got banned once, so no thanks on the invisibility. I don't think they would have banned you for being invisible. You aren't going to get banned. Laughing my ass off. They have patched this already. You might do. Apparently, Win Bagnall did. But, I mean, you might have done. We pressing the rest button. Oh, very important here. Watch my other video. Watch the October video. Don't press it too fast as it stops you leveling up. And you... Oh, I've put leveling wrong. Need another L. Oops, a daisy. Right. For the Forza guys, I've got a glitch that you do on Fallout 4. You have to press the button, and you keep pressing it, and it gives you experience every time you press it. But when you level up, not that you care, but when you level up, if you press the button too much, then it keeps on telling you, it says, congratulations, you're level 25. Congratulations, you're level 25. Congratulations, you're level 25, over and over again. But if you press the button a little bit slower, the game catches up with you and it says 25, 26, 27. So going slower is actually going faster. So as my grandma used to say, make haste, not waste. If you get banned, sue Team 10. I don't think I would have any rights to do that. You can't make the super wheel spins on PC anymore. Oh, that's a shame. I haven't got PC, I can't check it. Have you been taking driving lessons from Richard Hammond? No, that's a bit cruel. I'm assuming you're talking about when he crashed at silly miles an hour and almost killed himself. Those flaps open at speed to allow the rear vehicle to get more air into the intake to keep it going faster. Close, but they pull more air through the radiators to help cool the engine. No, it's not. They open to amuse people like me when they're racing in third person. There's no other... those flaps on that car are only fitted to that car so that when people put that car in a game, people playing the game in third person view can laugh at those flaps. That's the only reason they exist. The Aventadors together are worth 2.4 million. Rip. Alright, that's just what happens. It's the way it goes. Are you retarded? No. Why is it bad they patched the Goliath glitch? Because people, what? What? It's like, it's bad because people were exploiting the glitch to get loads of money and loads of experience so that they could buy anything they wanted in the game, like all of the castles and all of the cars. If you don't want to do that and you think it's wrong, you don't have to do it. So, you know, it's like, this is weird because people complain like hell about an exploit in the game, but you don't have to use the exploit. If you have already bought this house with the VI... Oh, yeah, he's talking about the wheel spin thing. These flaps. That's what she said. Yep. My mum beats me. Okay, this is not the place, right? You need to be calling Childline or the Samaritans. This is not the place to tell people that your mum beats you. It's not good. She shouldn't do that. Unless you're talking about your mum is a faster driver than you. Look at this. How weird is this? It's a comment on no video. Well, where did you make this comment? There is no video that has relevance to this comment. I've never seen that before. It's just a cry for help. Either this person is being abused by their mother. And in this case, it's quite serious and they need to talk to the correct authorities. Or the Samaritans, or Childline, or the police. But if your mother just beats you at games, then you need to practice more. Just fuck off with your bullshit. Also, to those who complain about glitches getting patched, so be it. I'm fucking thankful that they patched this stuff. Leveling up and getting money like this just makes your level meaningless and shows how much of a loser you are. Oh, there wasn't any more. Deary me. I'm not even... I mean, everybody knows what my opinion of this person's comment is by the things that I've said about previous comments that are similar, so there's no need whatsoever for me to comment on this one. And I was going to call it a day after that comment. Oh my God, I've forgotten my coffee. But I'm just going to have a look at a couple more and finish on a high, rather than finish on some idiotic fool. The game is ruined. Flaps, 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 flaps. Guys, if you really are that scared about getting banned, use another account. Yes, true. That's what I do. I found another car like the Aventador, the AMG Black Series, or something like that. It's by Mercedes. You can buy it for around 260,000 credits. And it has a perk. At 20 skill points for 3,000 credits, there's loads of cars like this on the auction house. There are loads of them. I think the most profitable ones have to be the 911 Porsche Turbo 1982 edition and the Nissan Fairlady from 1969. Both of those double your money. What the fuck? What the fuck? How much is too many? I don't know. I'm talking. You've got to be talking about the cars. That I think that's what you're talking about. It's like my garage was maxed out and I had to delete cars. Someone commented, I think they said it's 500 or something like that, or 550 or 450, something. It was a big number, okay? More than Jay Leno, right? It was a lot of cars. But it really annoyed me. But having said that, I would prefer it, and I've said this before, if the houses that you buy had places where you could put cars. Small houses, not many places. The castles, a lot of places. And you had to buy a house in order to be able to put a car into your garage. And if you ran out of space in your garage, you can't buy any more cars. I would like it if that was the case, but it's going to be a little bit difficult to do that because they keep giving us free cars on wheel spins. But, I mean, if that was an option... And then you had a showroom, maybe a showroom in a big house that had 20 cars, and you could then walk around your showroom and look at all the cars. I'd love that. It's a shame people do this, just play straight. Fuck off. It's just like, where's the reward for cheating? It's fun. That's it. 703. Oh, now, just stop it now. The BMWs owed... What? I don't understand. If anyone needs someone to do this, okay, it doesn't apply. Car looks trash at cornering. Try McLaren Senna. I haven't got the Senna. I assume the Senna is amazing. I've not got it. Can you just buy it? I sure you can. Just do the 50 laps on another race instead of the Goliath. That works. Right, I have been doing 50 laps on a different race, which I'll be uploading soon. Whip out the flaps. Right, I think that's it. I think we're going to call it a day on this here. What's this guy saying? All I can say is how the fuck can I get a Ford Focus to 348 miles per hour on a speed trap? I don't think you can. I think you'd need to download a tuning and maybe switch out the engine and try and get down a hill. Get gravity on your side. And maybe get someone in a rocket car behind you pushing you along. I tell you what, right, years ago, this was when I first passed my driving test. Right? I hadn't been driving very long at all. And my car had broken down. It was an old Metro. It was an Austin Metro. Or an MG Metro. Who knows? And I'm broken down. And this... another driver come along to help me. And he said, if I push your car with my car, we can jumpstart your car. And I was like, yeah, that's awesome. We were on a flat road. He couldn't be bothered to push me the manual way. So he decided to push me with his car. But he was in front of me, so he was pushing my car backwards, okay? So visualize this. My car's touching his car, bumper to bumper, facing each other. So I'm looking directly at him. And he's pushing me backwards down the road. And I've got to, drop my clutch and jumpstart my car. Sounds simple enough, right? Until he starts driving about 60 bloody miles an hour. I'm in a residential built-up area with cars parked on both sides of the roads going backwards at stupid speed trying to start my car. I'm looking at this guy and he just had this inane psychopathic grin on his face and I'm going backwards like an absolute lunatic and I'd probably been past my test about 3 or 4 weeks. Oh my God, I am amazed that I did not crash. But it worked. I started my car and my engine was going... Right, I'm in first gear. Still, well, actually, I was in reverse gear, obviously. I'm in reverse gear, but it's only got one level. I'm still going backwards, and I'm going as fast as he's pushing me, and that's too fast for my gearbox. Jesus Christ, it was an absolute nightmare. But yeah, that happened when I'd first passed my test. I know I was going to stop, but let's just have a quick skim through some of these. Don't cheat, do cheat. Do cheat, don't cheat. I like cheating, I don't like cheating. Cheaters are bastards. It's just so funny. I'd love to do this cheat, since I work so much every day and get very little time to play. I just love building so many cars with normal drifting, and I love this. This is good. It's like some people... I mean, I've read people that say, I have a life, I don't have time to play the game properly, I like cheating, getting loads of money and just driving nice cars. And other people go, oh, I've got a life as well, but I've got time to drive cars, I've got time to make money in the game. Like, maybe your life isn't the same as this person's life, right? Maybe this person only gets to play for 15 minutes every few days. And when they log in the play, all they want to do is drive the best car in the game around a track, and they want to admire their beautiful castle. And they don't want to grind to get it. It's like people are different. If you can't recognize that other people are different from you, and other people might like things that you don't, and other people might have a different life to you, and more or less time than you, then you're a bit stupid, okay? I hate to break it for you, but if you cannot recognize that other people might like cheating, or they might have a reason to cheat that's a little bit more valid than your reason not to, then you're a little bit stupid. So I'm sorry, but it's true. Your taste in cars is fucking weird. It's because I'm old. Old people like old cars. that's probably because the Isetta. In real life, I love small cars. I have owned a lot of very tiny cars, and I adore them. But yeah, I like probably a lot of cars that you do as well. She's got flats. I love it. I'm going back in time now. So what happens if you're in a PvP race and the person loses? They just skip out. You get money for nothing. Such a great channel. I hope you grow bigger. Right, we're gonna call it a day on Mr. Modzis, because this is a very valid comment. My channel is great. So I hope it grows bigger. It will not change. If you don't like my personality, you will not like my future videos. You definitely won't hear this because you wouldn't have sat this far through this video, but you're just going to get more of the same in the future. It's not going to change. I'm not going to sell out or anything like that. I'm just going to continue doing this kind of stuff because I enjoy it. That's why I do it. If nobody watches, if everyone hates me, if I get a million thumbs down, no thumbs up, and it makes no difference to me at all. I just enjoy doing this, and I'm going to continue doing it. I can't make videos at the weekend. I can't make videos on Labor Days because I'm always busy doing something else. And sometimes I might just decide that I don't want to make a video, and I'll go and do something else with my life for maybe a week or two, but then I'll come back. That's just the way I am. If I want to do something, I do it. If I don't want to do something, I don't do it. But I don't do anything for any other reason than it brings me joy. And making videos like this, having a laugh, chatting about things that have happened, whether or not they have any relevance whatsoever to the video, it's just the way I am, and it's the way I always will be. If you like it, then I'm glad that I'm entertaining you. If you don't like it, then just unsubscribe, go somewhere else. Bye! So that's all, guys. I'm going to call it a day on this one. It's a lot longer than I expected. I was falling behind on my comments, and I started to answer a few of them, and I got bored, and I thought, hey, I might as well do this on video. So there we go. There will be a video going up today that shows you a way that you can make money by always winning on a race, set it to 50 laps, win even against unbeatable drivatars. So I've recorded it. It's just, I'm doing some editing. It's got no audio to it whatsoever. I just did the race and recorded it. There's no audio. Normally I do the audio at the same time, but I didn't in this situation because I'm intending to speed up parts of the video. So I thought I'd do it all post-editing. I'll speed up some bits of the video. I'll talk about what's going on while the video is going fast. And that one's coming very, very soon. So if I have anything else that I can share with you, I will do. I've not actually turned my Xbox on at all over the past couple of days. So as soon as I close this down, I'm going to pop my Xbox on, see if there's any new interesting games that I want to buy, see if there are any updates that I need to do. If there are updates, I'll check to see if the wheel spin glitch still works and all that kind of stuff. But while all that's going on, I'll finish the editing and the processing on the other video, and then I will upload that one hopefully today. So there we go, guys. You take care. Have an awesome time. If you like this, thumbs it up. If you don't like it, thumbs it down. I'd be very interested to see if you'd like to see more of these. Obviously, you don't have to watch them, but it's an easier way and a more fun way for me to do comments. If you want to leave a comment on the comments video that's about comments, then please comment away. If you've got something good to say or bad to say it. If you've got something really ridiculously horrible to say, you can still say it. I normally say that I'll delete it, but I haven't deleted one in a while. Now I just laugh at them. And other people are commenting on those comments, and then that makes them funny, and then that means I'm going to leave them in there. But as I always say, and this is important, guys, if you have a channel that you think will help other people, or if you're trying to grow your channel, or if you have a video that's going to help people, not just if you're trying to grow your channel, you've got to have worthwhile content on there. But if you've got something that might benefit my subscribers, then yeah, leave a comment, let us know exactly what it is, and then put an actual link to that video in your comment. Right, it's going to go up here where it says likely spam. I mean, there's normally quite a few in there, but when it goes in there, I'll see it, and I'll read it, and I'll make sure it's not spam, obviously, and then I'll say, yeah, allow this comment. And then on my YouTube account, you're going to have all my subscribers, hopefully, reading your comment, seeing what you've got to offer, and then they might come over, watch your video, and sub to your channel. So yeah, by all means, promote your stuff in with mine. I'm very, very happy for you to do that. It's a community, as I always say. If you can help people in some way that I've overlooked, there's bound to be some stuff that you're sharing that I'm not. Share it with my subscribers. Let them know about it, and they can come and be your subscribers too. So there we go, guys. I will stop this video. This one doesn't need editing. It's just me recording the screen. I'm just going to click the stop button and then click upload. So this one's going to be first, and then I'll finish off making the other one, and then I'll get that one up there, and we're all set. And then I'll start playing because I've had a few days off. You take care. Have an awesome, whatever it is, wherever you are. Morning, evening, nighttime, who knows. Bye-bye.